Good evening, hello, and welcome to the Sports Corner Festival of Football 2020 live. And what a game we have for you tonight. It is a real clash of the Titans fixture. We've had memorable moments in recent decades of these two sides facing off against each other. And well, it's not just a case of facing off against each other. Of course, they've won this competition multiple times before. It's the game I think we all wanted to watch. And very, very luckily, it's me and Katie on it tonight for the first time as Barcelona face off against Bayern Munich. A warm welcome to everyone, and thank you very much for joining tonight. Thank you very much, KD, for joining, of course, as well. How are you today?
Oh, I'm extremely excited to see these two absolute mammoths of European football go at it. I'm expecting a good tie.
Absolutely, indeed. And it's the first time we've been able to do one live. We were saying beforehand, we've had a lot of games, of course, throughout these knockout stages where we've kind of had the same two kind of people working together. It's the first time we've been able to kind of collaborate for this one. So looking forward to it. And, well, it was one of the fixtures we all wanted. And luckily, we're the two that have got it tonight. And what a game we have in store for you. There's plenty of people in the comments already. Bernaldo's in the stream says Vidal hat-trick. Come on, which we'll talk about that in a little moment's time. And Chris has put, evening, lads. Hope you're both well. I'm back home from holiday. Back to proper Wi-Fi. Happy days for me. And what a perfect game you've got to watch tonight coming back from your holiday. Hope you enjoyed it. So we've got about 10 minutes until kickoff. We're going to go through the lineups. We're going to go through our predictions. Maybe talk a little bit about the games that went on over the last couple of days. And of course, fingers crossed, we do get a mammoth of a match tonight. It really is that mouth-watering clash I think everybody looked at when these games were kind of announced a few weeks ago with the draw, that this was going to be one of the big fixtures of the competition so far. So we'll start off by having a quick look at the lineups for tonight. Of course, Barcelona and Bayern Munich, they're both kind of the favourites to win this competition, you could say, especially with this tough left-hand side of the draw. And starting off with the Barcelona lineup, of course, technically they're at home, although this competition is being played in Lisbon. It's a 4-3-1-2 tonight. Now, there was a couple of places saying it was a 4-3-3. BT Sport said it's 4-3-1-2, which I believe is the correct lineup. So Ter Stegen is in goal, a back four of Semedo, Lenglet, Piqué and Jordi Alba. Midfield three of Sergio Roberto, Busquets and De Jong. Vidal is playing as a cam tonight, although it has been suggested he's playing as a false nine as well, which you never know with Barcelona. It's a weird and wacky side with Vidal when he's in there. And of course, up top, we know they're both up top guaranteed, Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. I've got to ask you the one question. You know I was going to ask about it. False nine Vidal or Cam Vidal? Do you think he's the right idea tonight, Kieran?
I think we saw when he played against Napoli, he got sent off. He looks like he's played all right there in the league. He scored quite a few goals from there. Obviously, he sat out the last game because of his suspension. I've never really seen him play false nine, so this is going to be good tonight. I hope he is playing false nine because it would be exciting to see.
I think he's one of those where we kind of laugh about it, but as you said, he's worked quite well a couple of times for them. I mean, Chris has just put in the comments, Vidal is Barcelona's Firmino in the false nine. I guess you could say that kind of is the aspect of why he plays there. And Bernaldo's put Sergio Busquets, solid guess could happen. It's wild. It's a wild formation. Of course, Setien is under pressure as well.
Yeah, like we were saying, weren't we? He probably might be sacked if they don't win tonight, if they don't win the competition as a whole. We saw it yesterday, though. Obviously, Marcos Llorente being up front for Atletico Madrid. Something about midfielders. It must be Spanish teams. They like moving their midfielders to play in attacking formations.
It's wild and wacky, and of course, Llorente didn't really work as well last night. Maybe tonight, Vidal can really prove that moving a midfielder up top does actually work. Of course, we'll find out very, very shortly. So that is the Barcelona lineup. Of course, you might have heard the news as well that Samuel Umtiti has potentially been one of the players that has picked up COVID-19. So he's not available tonight, but a couple of other players on the bench that we might see at some point does include the likes of Antoine Griezmann, Ivan Rakitic is on the bench as well. Junior Firpo is on there too. So they have got a couple of youngsters on there. Ansu Fati, of course, as you would expect, but they do have those 5 substitutions if they do need them at some point. We've got to look at the other side as well. What an enthralling game we've got, because the Bayern Munich lineup is looking like this. 4-2-3-1 tonight. We've got Neuer in goal. He's been there for many years now, of course. He could win the Champions League yet again. Back four of Kimmich on the right-hand side. Boateng, David Alaba as the centre-back. and Alphonso Davies as a left-back. He's been talked about a lot in the build-up to this match. We've got the midfield of Goretzka and Thiago, the attacking three of Gnabry on the right-hand side, Muller in the middle, and Perisic on the left-hand side, and of course the Champions League top scorer this season, Robert Lewandowski. He is on fine form. Do you think he's going to score tonight, potentially, Kieran?
Yes.
Absolutely. It's one of those, isn't it, where it's kind of, it's bound to happen. With how he's been this season, his goal-scoring record, his form, you'd surely think he'll grab a goal tonight.
I mean, watching how he played in the first leg against Chelsea, watching how he played in the second leg against Chelsea, he's just a phenomenal football player. He has been robbed of the Ballon d'Or this year, but we'll get into that. I think if you look at that Bayern Munich side as a whole, they're only missing maybe one of their key players, which is probably Kingsley Coman. Other than that, they're probably their best 11.
Absolutely, indeed. They've got a couple of players on the bench themselves tonight that we might be able to see come on with those 5 substitutions, of course. Coutinho, one of them, on loan from Barcelona. He's eligible to play a part tonight, so he is on the bench. Nicholas Sewell at the back. He came on in that previous game as a substitute. Kingsley Coman's on the bench. And then a couple of other youngsters as well, like Joshua Zirkzee, Michael Cuisance as well. So we could see maybe a few youngsters in the lineup. And Chris just actually asked, where's Coman? So perfectly timed that one there in terms of the bench and the changes there. Looking at the comments as well, he's asked, Lyon v Leipzig final, anyone? I mean, it was a big shot.
Who do you think is going to win it this year?
It's a tough one. I've got a feeling, depending what happens tonight, the winner of this game will go on to win it, in my opinion.
I've just got this horrible thing. I've been saying it for the last couple of days. I think it might be PSG's year.
It feels like it.
They got the late winner against Atalanta. They've obviously got RB Leipzig, which is a more favourable tie than Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid would have beaten PSG, but I think PSG will beat Leipzig, and it's just a case of if they can beat either one of these two sides or probably Man City in the final.
Absolutely. It's been a fun competition because we've had the shocks, we've had the surprises, and of course, with every Champions League, we always get dramatic moments as well. And to quickly talk about a dramatic moment last night, of course, RB Leipzig facing Atletico Madrid, winning that game late on, courtesy of a Tyler Adams 88th minute winning goal. We could have had an Atalanta RB Leipzig final. And of course, it's now going to be Leipzig facing PSG. Can they do the unthinkable? I don't mean in terms of winning it, but can they beat PSG and get to the final?
I think we saw Atalanta frustrated PSG for 80 plus minutes of the game. They were phenomenal in how they played. I think it was just a bit of naivety by the manager who's probably never been to that point of the he's not got the European experience, I'm trying to say. So when he brought on the attackers and stuff, didn't really look to see out the game. I think that's where PSG had the advantage when they brought. I know he's a bit of a meme, but Choupo-Moting off the bench, who's another attacker, especially that bringing the likes of someone like Kylian Mbappe even off the bench, even when he's not fully fit, it's a fantastic substitute to have, option to have off the bench. And you saw how good he was when he came on. Absolutely.
And that's been the thing for pretty much this specific stage of the tournament in the quarterfinals, that substitutions have been so key. We saw, although last night Atletico Madrid were knocked out, João Felix came on, changed the game up a little bit. And of course, in that other game, Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting coming on and scoring the winner. So we could maybe see someone like a Griezmann tonight come off the bench if things aren't going too well and change the game up. Let's have a quick look at the comments. We'll make our prediction in a moment. Of course, got 4 minutes until kickoff. Bernaldo's put always raring for an underdog. Come on, Leon. Of course, that's the game tomorrow night. Going to be an interesting game to watch that indeed. Kairis has put Champions League bottle job final. Man City versus PSG. You never know. I mean, that'd be an interesting game anyway, I think. City v PSG, because both sides, they've not won the competition for a long time. Of course, I don't think City have ever won it. So it'd be a good final for them.
Yeah, I think that'd be like he says, the bottle job final, because it's just obviously City bottled it last season and PSG as well. I'm not sure. I can't see Man City getting past. I can't see Man City getting past either of these two sides tonight. I think they're too strong for them. We've seen Man City defensively the last few weeks of the Premier League, not up to it all. And I think that Bayern Munich have got the most well-rounded team in Europe.
Absolutely, I agree with you on that one. I think it'd be a tough job for City. Although that Real Madrid win might spur them on. Chris, I think Bayern Munich will win it too strong all over the pitch, and Bernaldo's put game ends in a dual forfeit, massive brawl, 5 red cards apiece, third place crowd champs. Oh, who'd win that? Surely, technically, if that was the way that the Champions League would work, surely Atletico Madrid would win it.
Burnley, can they get in the Champions League?
You never know. Maybe in the future they will. Of course, we've got the lineups that are now out on the pitch. The Champions League anthem is going on. Perfect time to ask you. This is probably the toughest game, but what's your prediction for tonight?
Now, I said when we were in the we were just in a messenger call with everybody, and I said 0-0. After seeing the lineups, I've changed my mind. I'm going to go 1-1.
What's kind of changed your opinion? Because I think when everybody looked at before the lineups were announced, I think we all kind of thought maybe Barca would play the usual 4-3-3, but they've gone very different to what you'd expect.
I don't know. I don't know what's changed my mind. To be fair, I've looked at the starting 11s and I thought I can't see nobody not scoring, especially with the amount of talent on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, hopefully, we've got so much talent on there, so many big players that this is the one game tonight where if we're expecting goals, this has to be the one to deliver. And of course, we've not had extra time or penalties yet in the quarterfinals, so we're still waiting for that to happen, although it's looking very unlikely it is. And hopefully this is going to be an enthralling game. I'm just going to very quickly turn my light on because it does get dark in here quite quick, so I'll be 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. I think I'll just talk to the chat. I think what people are expecting if a team's going to absolutely dominate, it's going to be Bayern Munich, but you can't write off Barcelona like you could any other team. They have got Messi, they have got Suarez. But for me, if this was a Ronaldo team in this situation, I think that the team would win because it's Cristiano Ronaldo and he can pick you up from nothing. But with Messi, I don't think he can pick you up off the ground and carry you like Ronaldo could. But we'll see tonight.
Kind of adding to your point, do you think this isn't the Barcelona side of old? This is a very, very different Barcelona side to the previous days, the Estier, the Xavis, the Iniestas and players like that. Do you think the fight and the hunger has kind of slowly diminished out of Barcelona over the last couple of years?
I think you could say that to an extent, especially this year. Obviously, they've not won the league. If they don't win tonight, they're not going to have a potential opportunity to win the Champions League. I just don't think they have the characters in their squad anymore. Like, I can only think of maybe 3 characters in their squad that are real leaders when you're thinking of the likes of Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets, and Messi. To be honest, I don't think Luis Suarez is a leader. I think he's more of a lead by example. I don't think he's necessarily a pick you up off the ground and tell you what to do. I think he'll try to do it all on his own. Whereas the players like Busquets, that is the engine room. When he doesn't play well, you know that Barcelona aren't going to play well. Piqué as well, if he doesn't have a good game at centre-back, he can't be carried through a game by the likes of Lenglet or Umtiti who's next to him.
Absolutely. So the game is going to start in just a moment's time. If you are kind of want to watch this watch along alongside the game, we are going to connect up to each other in just a moment's time and sync up. So we're both watching the same game at the same point. So no goals are obviously given away. So if you want to join us on that, we're going to sort that out very quickly in a moment. And of course, you can see the scoreline on the bottom. We're going to update that every 10 minutes so you know roughly what the time is. So we'll get the scoreboard sorted.
When Suarez passes it back to Busquets.
Right. Okay. Taking the time here. Do you want me to tell you when it gets 30 seconds?
Sure.
I'll do that. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Now. There we go. So you should see Boateng on your screen.
1 second. I've got to reload because my BT crashed.
That's all right. Well done, BT. What a start. But so we're going to quickly sync up.
What second are you on?
I'm on 43. 44.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Nice. Boom. So we're all synced up. If you are wanting to sync up, the stream might be a little bit behind. Probably get it to about 55 seconds and you'll be synced up with us to the stream. And the game has kicked off. This is the mouth-watering clash that everybody has been waiting for this week. Barcelona taking on Bayern Munich. And this is one of those games, I think, where you have to say it's a real shame this isn't 2 legs.
Yeah, for sure. I hope we see some good football.
Hopefully so. I'm going to crack open a can while we're at it. It's thirsty work, this, of course. We've had 2 dramatic finales in the last couple of days in the previous matches between PSG, Atalanta, Leipzig, and Atletico Madrid. But what are we going to see tonight? Hopefully some goals.
Vidal.
I'm hoping we actually see kind of him pushing up quite a bit, because he'll be very expected tonight. He'll be all over the place. He's a hard grafter and, of course, a former Bayern Munich player himself. And I want to see him score, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it should be in a quite a decent game, to be fair. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, I said to Kieran L, I was very worried that this game was going to end 0-0, and it's kind of the thing we said before about the other games where we hype them up and nothing tends to happen. But I mean, trying to come forward here, nothing coming of it. Hopefully. It's one of those games, I think, where the first goal is going to be so crucial.
Definitely.
Good chance here. Barcelona coming forward already. Good chance. Boateng trying to get it clear of his lines, and Neuer has to come out of his goal not too far. It's inside the box. He has to clear his lines as well. And it was a lovely sweeping ball in, I think, from Sergio Roberto. And Barcelona very nearly after 2 minutes taking the lead in this one. Risky football.
Panic stations there, wasn't it, for Bayern Munich there? Boateng all over the place.
Absolutely. It's nerve-wracking. It was Roberto just trying to loft it in, and you can see there was the two up top, which is an interesting approach tonight from Barcelona, where you usually expect the two wingers and the striker usually being Suarez, but they've gone for that two up top, and maybe there's potential for them to exploit this Barcelona backline. Here come Bayern Munich on the attack. Overlapping run coming in from Ivan Perisic. Tries to loft a ball into the outside of the box. Muller takes a touch now down to Lewandowski into Muller, and it's in!
Wow.
Just like that. Thomas Muller has put Bayern and Munich, and I know they said Barcelona there, Bayern Munich into the lead after 3 minutes. And as we were just saying about, we really want a goal to kickstart this game. It's Bayern Munich on the front foot.
That is a great goal. That is a great goal from Bayern Munich.
Wow. I mean, talk us through this goal. It's fantastic work from the away side.
Well, I mean, it's Gnabry, isn't it, at first, who just finds Perisic, and he caught Nelson Semedo napping upfield, and it's lofted in by Perisic. Muller does initially quite well to manage to get it to Lewandowski, who just knocks it back for Muller, and it's a lovely finish into the bottom right-hand corner of the net. Lovely technique from the German, and Barcelona not had the best start, and they're 1-0 down already.
It's beautiful. I think the thing as well is, like, you look at it and you think he's going to hit that on the volley when Perisic has crossed it to him, and it's kind of like he's dummied it. Lovely back heel from Lewandowski. What a goal. It's
great link-up play by Bayern Munich, and it is literally typical Bayern Munich.
Absolutely. I'm going to change it so it doesn't say first half. As I say, keep up to date with the time of the match. We're just about to get towards the 5th minute of the match, and already got the goal we wanted in this game. What a lovely finish there from Thomas Muller. And Alexa's in the stream report. I went for a wee, and Bayern's already scored.
Well, not for a wee anymore.
Yeah, you might have to hold that in for the next 40 minutes, because what a start we've had. And we said before, they're just showing us Kike Setien on our screen right now. We both think potentially if they don't win tonight, he'll get sacked. It'd be the first season. Yeah, he looks very disappointed in his side. And of course, if they don't win tonight and they're out of the competition, it'd be the first time Barcelona haven't won anything trophy-wise since around 2006-2007. So pressure on them tonight to win this game.
Yeah, I think it's just the best possible start for Bayern Munich. Obviously, Hansi Flick cannot be. I think the only negative about them was that Boateng slip to clear the ball. Really, it's been a very open first 5 minutes of the game. We've had 2 attacks, 1 goal already. We'll see what happens for the next 40 minutes of the first half. More of that, please.
Hopefully so. And just to make sure I wasn't ahead of you when the goal went in.
No, I saw it. Maybe you might be 1 second ahead of me, actually. I'm not sure, but it is actually all right.
I mean, it was an absolutely outstanding finish there, and it's the start we wanted. And of course, once again, away goals, they don't count with this being played in Portugal. So, of course, Bayern Munich, they're in the lead either way. But if Barcelona do equalise, then it doesn't mean anything at all, of course. If it's a draw, extra time and penalties. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows it by now. We're well and truly quite far into this competition. And Bayern Munich looking very hungry to try and beat Barcelona.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Barcelona now, there's a real question. We questioned the character before the game. Can these big personalities now come up and get Barcelona back into this game, the likes of Suarez and Messi?
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a tough ask because we saw Bayern Munich in the previous rounds of fixtures. They looked hungry, even in the Bundesliga, of course, when they were playing. They looked really good. But here come Barcelona on the attack. It's a lovely ball into Jordi Alba, and it's laid off into Luis Suarez, and he's gone into the back of the net. It's an own goal. Oh, it's David Alaba who smacked it into the back of his own net. And
What
just
is
like
happening?
that, 6 minutes into this, it's Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 1. And well, it's a poor mistake. Alaba smashed it into his own net. It's level.
There? Just seeing the replay. Well, just seeing the goal. Actually, what am I about? It's Jordi Alba over the top, and it's. There's no need for David Alaba to. Oh, he's ballooned it in. He's just trying to stop it from getting to Suarez, but he's completely ballooned it off his right foot. And it's flew over Manuel Neuer, and it's Barcelona back in the game. We were just talking about these big characters, and that's come from nothing.
Well, it's, as you said there, you're spot on, Kieran. It really is a position where Alaba's just gone to clear his lines, and it's a terrible clearance. It dinks over Neuer, who does get the slightest of touches, but it's so hard for him in that situation to be able to punch it away. And just as you think Bayern Munich might be able to take control of this game, we're all square again after, 2-3 minutes from the first goal?
Incredible. Wow.
Well, sit down, boys, because we've got a game and a half on our hands here.
When I said 0-0, I did not realise. Obviously, I didn't realise. So
it's one of these games, isn't it, where the big boys are out to play. This is the fixture. You look at the other games and the Atalantas and PSGs, and you kind of think to yourself, in that realism, PSG is going to win it. But this is the one where you think anyone can come out and win this game.
Yeah, the way these two teams have started, like I said before the goal, it's been a very open tie so far.
Absolutely. 8 minutes in, 1-1. Looking at the chat right now, Alex put, didn't Barca get knocked out in the 2013-14 quarterfinals also? So this won't be that earlier at exit. I think you're correct on that one. And Chris has put, he's on Thiago watch tonight as well.
I think a lot of Liverpool fans are on Thiago watch. This could be, if Barcelona get knocked out, it could be his last game for Bayern Munich.
Absolutely. Just have a look. A couple more comments coming in as well. Bernardo says, we have a game, and Barcelona coming on the attack again here. Nelson Semedo. It's a lovely ball into Luis Suarez, who gets it. It's what a save! It could have been 2-1.
I'm not going to credit the save. I'm not going to credit anybody because that is poor from Luis Suarez. Should be scoring.
He's got a score. He's Nelson Semedo. He's bombing forward, overlapping fullbacks. He's nutmegged Alaba. It's into Luis Suarez. He's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. You'd think he'd go in the back of the net. He's missed it.
I thought he could have put it round him. He's stretching to try and chip it over him, and Neuer's just
lofted it in. Oh, he's hit the post.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
What a game!
What's going on?
Well, there's 3 Barcelona players there. It's just flew past them all.
Wow. Just as you said there, he's gone to curl it, and there's 4 players pretty much at the back post who were waiting for the ball to go in, and if any player gets a touch on that, it's in the back of the net, but as you perfectly said there, Kieran, it hits the post, it goes out, and this is really reminded me of the Spurs-Man City quarterfinal we had last year. Both teams going for it, hungry for goals, and well, we're not even 10 minutes in yet. Unbelievable.
I mean, you're just looking there, they're just, after the replay's just been shown, Vidal lurking at the back post. If it bounces off the back post any differently than it did, you're thinking one of them Barcelona players is tapping that in to make it 2-1. But what a game so far, and we're only 10 minutes in.
It's crazy to think. No offense to the other games, of course, we had the dramatic moments, but we haven't had really a good proper first half of football. In the other games, it's tight, cagey, and this one is quite the opposite right now. Both teams desperate to get in the lead. And players pushing forward. A lovely through ball into Luis Suarez, who is bursting onto the scene, but fantastic defending there from David Alaba, who, of course, has adopted himself into a centre-back role. And, of course, he's going to be much quicker than Luis Suarez.
I think we've just seen the first real Messi versus Davis bit there. Do you think those two... Do you think he'll have enough to stop Lionel Messi tonight?
No, probably not. I think we will see a Messi goal, but it's one of those kind of games where it's going to be fun to see those two go up against each other. We've got the real superstar in Messi and the young veteran who is making a name for himself in Alphonso Davies, and I think there'll be a lot of people watching that fight tonight.
I think it's definitely his biggest challenge he's ever come up against. It's probably the biggest game he's ever played in. It's a shame that fans couldn't be there to see his rise this season. he is phenomenal, and he is definitely one for the future.
It's absolutely. I mean, for many, he's up there already. You could say as one of the best left backs in world football as of current. Of course, there's a real lack of, I would say, your world class left backs, and I wouldn't say he's world class yet.
No, I think people are definitely getting. Oh, sorry.
Got a check here. Alphonso Davies on the left-hand side. We just talked about him. Lovely lofted ball into the box. He's coming towards the path of, I think it was Leon Goretzka bombing in, but Longley's there to clear his lines. And, whew, God, I need a breather already.
I saw the ball go wide, and I was like, well, I'm not going to say out here just in case Alphonso Davies does something here. But just on Alphonso Davies, I just don't want people to fall into the trap of thinking he's better than he actually is, because he is a good young talent, and we don't want him to burn off just yet.
Absolutely. He's so young, and there's a lot of time for him to get better. And Kimmich has just lofted the ball into the box, and it's kind of guided towards the path of Gnabry, who goes to backheel it. It's gone out of play, and it's going to be a Barcelona goal kick here. And well, the comments are going crazy right now after the opportunities we've just had. Chris put earlier, I think, something about so much for my 4-1 to Bayern Munich prediction. It's still on. You never know.
Still on, Chris, lad.
Another chance for Bayern Munich. They could be forward here. A good opportunity lofted into the path of, I think it's Robert Lewandowski, who's gone down right now, who tried to get a touch on the ball, and luckily he's okay.
It's a good job that he is okay as well.
That's the last thing they need in this match, to lose their main scorer. And
it's a poor goal kick by Ter Stegen initially, though.
It's definitely nerves. And that's what makes these games so good, because these two teams who thought, Bayern Munich taking the lead in that first couple of minutes, thinking to themselves, right, we can take control of this game. And, of course, Alaba's mistake means that these two sides are going to be very, very nervy. And Alexis put constantly, Uli Hunes has just called out Messi. I expect a long night for Alphonso Davies.
Ooh.
Good chance here for Bayern Munich, lofted into the box. But cleared away, comes back into the path of Leon Goretzka, who tries to take the long-range effort. Cleared away.
What's happened here?
And I don't know what was happening there.
Who's down? Is it Suarez? It is Suarez.
I think it's Suarez. Oh, bit of risky defending there. PK. Having to head it back to Ter Stegen, because Gnabry is all over the Spanish centre-back, but not impeding him there, just really putting PK under the pressure.
He looks a little bit shaky, does PK.
Messi into Vidal, who's adopting the left wing position right now. You can see that this kind of front three of Vidal, Messi and Suarez overlapping.
The fact that Vidal is on the left wing just makes me laugh.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You just see where he's operating. Obviously, Messi's now floated into that midfield role. There's a lot of bodies in there. Look how many people around Messi and Vidal. There's 4 people there.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because I think that obviously that Vidal at Cam is a very, very free-flowing, but Bayern Munich might have an opportunity here.
PK, good defending though.
They look so nervous at the back tonight, Barcelona. I would be very worried about this back four of, I wouldn't say Jordi Alba, to be honest, because that first kind of run he made for that goal was fantastic, but Longley and PK look very, very nervous in this first 15 minutes.
I think even Nelson Semedo as well. He's looked defensively. He's looked a little bit shaky. Going forward, he's been good like he usually is. But you can get behind him because he does go forward quite a lot. That's where the first goal came from for Bayern Munich. Caught out of position, ball in the box, and Muller smacks it in.
That's where the risk is. We saw, in fact, even with the Nelson Semedo opportunity, these two fullbacks, they love to attack. It's the way that Barcelona have been for a long, long time now, even before the likes of Nelson Semedo joined. Chris says, has Suarez had a peck at someone again? Oh, he's not had a bite this time. It's all right. He's all good.
He was on the floor, though.
Oh, here come Barcelona trying to make something. Maybe, hopefully, they could take the lead. 15 minutes in, it's 1-1 in this game so far, and it's been an enthralling first 15 minutes of football.
I wouldn't say it. Ooh, I won't say that either team has started well. They've just capitalised on each other's mistakes, really.
Absolutely. It's very, very nervy. That's the best way to put it. Both sides are desperate to take the lead in this. I
think Alaba is just having an absolute mare. What's happened here?
Setien. I don't know whether he's getting talking to right now, the two managers,
or whether
this is a decision. But Messi's not happy, and neither did Gnabry look happy there? So I don't know whether the referees had a talking to the manager there, or whether this is a decision on the free kick being Barcelona's or Bayern Munich's. But
Well, of
weird
course,
choice there.
we are watching with audio, so we can hear each other. So, yeah, weird one. I'm not sure what happened there.
If anybody knows what happened, then tell us in the comments below. And Chris Welch has put, "This is definitely the best Coventry duo. Don't tell the others."
Oh, they won't like that.
Keep it quiet, Chris. We're going to have a corner for Bayern Munich here. Ivan Perisic, who, of course, he's on loan from Inter Milan. He's been fantastic at Bayern Munich this season, linked with a potential move to Spurs. Maybe could go back to Bayern Munich next season permanently.
Would that be a good move for him? Do you think? Do you think he'd do well permanently at Bayern Munich?
I think he'd be a decent option for them. I think he'd be a decent squad depth option. He's always been a pretty decent player on his day. You know, the last couple of years he's been around a fair amount of clubs, but always does quite well.
Yeah. Of course, they've signed Leroy Sané now, haven't they? They've still got Coman and Gnabry and Batista Meyer, who's coming through as well. They've got quite a good list of options they can use. Yeah,
it's not a case of they desperately need him. Here comes Bayern Munich again on the attack. It's another corner for them, and they just have to clear their lines tonight. Sergio Busquets this time, the one having to clear the ball away. And this front four of Muller, Koeman, Perisic, they look hungry. And we're going to have this corner whipped in here. Joshua Kimmich on the corner. It's lofted in, taken short actually this time. Thiago, back to Kimmich. Lofted into the box, deflection. Comes back to Kimmich, into the box, lofted towards the path of Thomas Muller.
Another corner.
Set piece central for Bayern Munich right now in this last couple of minutes. And sorry, it wasn't Muller, it was actually Goretzka, of course. He's got the good height, good build. He was really working on his bodies and his muscles of the last couple of months in lockdown. You might have seen the pictures of him online with his six-pack. Corner is lofted in, but it's cleared away.
Yeah, I think that Kieran and Rowan described it perfectly yesterday. I think the fact that these aren't multiple leg ties means that when you're on top, you have to score. And Bayern Munich having a lot of sustained pressure right now. They have to score when they're on top because, of course, Barcelona are phenomenal with the likes of Messi and Suarez, but they've got to capitalise when they're on top.
Yeah, because this is the one team where it doesn't matter whether they're in the game or not. They can just flick the switch and get a goal. While with other sides, we looked at Atalanta, take them, for example, when they went 2-1 down. They had that chance with Muriel. You know when teams aren't going to get back into it. But Barcelona and Bayern, they're two teams that could quite easily just flick the switch and really change the game up.
I think the Barca midfield so far has been very poor. We've just seen Frenkie de Jong smack one out of play over Nelson Semedo's head. They've been. I don't think I've seen Sergio Roberto touch the ball. Busquets has been pretty sloppy. And Frenkie de Jong as well.
Yeah, Bayern starting to look a little bit more confident. I think, of course, they've kind of conceded that goal within that first 10 minutes. They've probably looked a little bit nervy at times, but they've got back into it as well. The attacking four looking quite good. But here comes Messi on the attack. He's round one, he's round two. He's twirling it, trying to curl it, but it's not the most convincing opportunities in the world. It goes straight to the hands of Manuel Neuer, who lays out the ball to Alphonso Davies, but there's going to be no chance for a counter-attack. And they're the types of moments where you think a bit of Messi magic could change the game.
Well, we just literally said it, didn't we? They're a fantastic team, and that's come out of nothing. I don't understand why they all just stood off him. And did they not expect him to do that exact thing? If he had a little bit more curl in his shot, he'd have probably put that into the corner. But unfortunately, he just hit it straight at Neuer.
It's kind of the thing that Robben had at Bayern Munich. You know what Messi's going to do, but nobody seems to be able to stop him. And as you said, of course, Messi magic, it can happen at any time, and you've got to really mark him tightly. And 5 minutes ago, we were saying about 4 players kind of tightly marking him there. And in that opportunity a moment ago, nobody seemed to want to stick a foot in and try and take the attack away from them. But here comes Bayern Munich. Poor ball there from Thiago. Not one for Liverpool fans to look at, but they've got the ball back. Here comes Gnabry on the edge of the box, lays it off, trying to get it into the path, and it's in the back of the net. It's even Perisic. It's 2-1. Well, it looked like he was going to cross it there, but he's actually taking it onto the floor. It's a low-driven shot, and it's going into the back of the net, and it's not Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 1. It's Bayern Munich 2, Barcelona 1, and like that, lovely goal.
Just to talk you through the goal, the sheer brilliance of this goal. But again, it's the left-hand side, Nelson Semedo. He's caught napping again, and even Perisic has taken advantage again. Again, it is a lovely goal. It's number 20, Sergio Roberto, caught on possession. Gnabry does well, draws PK in, puts it to Perisic, and it's an absolutely fantastic finish, that, to arrow it in between the body of, I think it's Lenglet and Ter Stegen, into the corner of the net. That is phenomenal, and that is him in a nutshell.
Absolutely. Well, I got my words mixed up because I thought at first, was it a cross? Was it a shot? It's low driven, as I said before. It's fantastic there from Ivan Perisic. And to be honest, if that was a cross anyway, it would have probably been in the back of the net because Lewandowski was right there and he was going to tap it in. But it's lovely work and it's a fantastic goal. And of course, Bayern Munich in the lead. But here come Barcelona again. Luis Suarez, can they equalise in quick succession once again here?
That's a poor pass from Suarez.
Busquets. Taking their time. Frankie de Jong into Jordi Alba on the left-hand side, attacking fullbacks. It's a lofted ball into the box, trying to get it towards false nine. Vidal, yay, but he can't get there. He goes out of play for a goal kick. Oh,
I think,
God.
Literally, as we were saying, when you're on top, you need to score, take advantage. It's exactly what Bayern Munich did.
It's brilliant work. And as you said, actually, I didn't obviously notice the dummy there from Gnabry to lay it off into Perisic. The low-driven shot, it's going to be very hard for Ter Stegen to save that because, as I said, either way, if that was a cross or a shot, there was two players in the box there ready to pounce. And Bayern Munich, well, they are going to be very, very hungry in this match because they're coming forward again. Lewandowski trying to get it into the path of Thomas Muller. Lines are cleared. And
injured.
Yeah, there is an injury here.
Well, he's just got back up. He's just got back up, down on the floor again. What is he playing at?
Oh, bloody hell. Thinking the referee isn't going to notice. Jesus Christ. But Bayern Munich, at least they can get that confidence back now. Of course, that early equalising goal where Alaba accidentally punched it into his own net would have probably kind of made that Bayern Munich side what's probably the best way to put it? A little bit nervous, but on the back line, but the front four seem just really, really hungry. And they're coming forward again now. Thiago into Kimmich on the far right. Cuts in right on the edge of the box. Lays it off for Thiago. Edge of the box. Takes the shot on. And it would have been a lovely goal, but it goes over the bar. And it's out for a goal kick.
I think it's been a really good match so far. Like it's been a very, very good match so far. And for neutrals, probably if you're a Bayern Munich fan, it's probably been better. If you're a Barcelona fan, I don't think there's much to be sad about. Maybe the fact that your team's playing a little bit sloppy, but Bayern Munich aren't necessarily whacking it around, playing it round you. They've just capitalised on the mistakes, and Barca might capitalise on a Bayern mistake here.
Here they come. Frankie de Jong, who hasn't been most convincing this first 20 minutes, lays it off into Messi, who's about 30 yards out in the middle of the box. Into the path of Sergio Roberto, who lost this into the box towards Vidal. And, well, it's good defending from Jerome Boateng because that was probably going to get to false nine Vidal to smack it in the back of the net. But it's cleared away, and we're going to have a Barcelona corner here. And looking at the chat, Chris put Barcelona defence shocking once again, close him down like your life depends on it. Langley like a statue, not moving. I feel it shouldn't be going in at that angle. Barcelona defence is awful. There's a reason why they haven't won the Champions League in 5 years. Here comes the corner. Lionel Messi just placing the ball down here. We're about to hit the 25th minute of this game. Let's change the timer. Here we go. There we go. So Messi, he's going to loft it in. And it's a poor cross from the Argentinian who can get the ball back. But that's a lovely ball into the box. And it's a shame about the opportunity because it was Langley in the box there, the French centre-back, who did get his head onto it. But I think there's a corner that's been given. Boateng getting a slight deflection.
It's good defending, actually, by Boateng to get back.
Corner taken short this time. Lionel Messi on the edge of the right-hand side. Finds the space, lost the ball in, and it's another opportunity for Langley, and this time he should be putting that into the back of the net. I don't know if you'd agree with me on that one.
Is it Piqué who's headed that, actually? He's offside anyway, but is it Piqué who's headed that, or is it Langley?
I have to keep my eyes on Langley.
It must be Langley because he's offside. I think if he leaves that, Gerard Piqué's got that.
Piqué was swooping in there to try and take the opportunity on, and as you said, I think had Piqué got there, he's in a much better position to get that ball into the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, Langley and Piqué do more in Bayern's area than they have in their own area all game, so
What a start to this game. I mean, half an hour in, this is absolutely enthralling to watch. Here come Bayern Munich on the attack again. Perisic on the far left. He's now inside the box. It's an effort that's gone into the box, and that's a big save from ter Stegen. Oh, that is massive.
What a save that is.
He had to make that save. My Lord, here they come again on the attack, and the opportunity, it looked like it was going to go away for a second, but they've got the ball back somehow. Here's Perisic into Alaba, who's moved forward into the left-back position. Now to Davies. And it's just a little bit slower here from Bayern Munich, just calming it down, taking their time. They're 2-1 up in this match. Once again, it's gone from being a little bit quiet for 5 minutes to all-out attack. And it's a lovely ball into Gnabry. He's taken the shot on and he's in the back of the net.
Oh, my God, what a goal.
Bayern Munich. Wow.
What a fantastic goal again. And what a little flick it is by Muller.
Unbelievable work, and Barcelona in half an hour are getting battered. They're not looking convincing at all in this first half an hour, and this Bayern Munich side, free-flowing attacking football, they're free to the good. Barcelona, I've got work to do. Talk us through that goal, Kieran.
Well, they're just passing it about, and it's Thiago. Plays the ball through Muller, one little flick over, and PK and Longley are on their arse. Honestly, Gnabry, what a finish that is, by the way. With pressure from Longley, sticks it past ter Stegen. It is outstanding, Josh.
Absolutely brilliant. That's exactly what I was going to say. Outstanding goal on this Bayern Munich side, who, of course, there's been some mouth-watering clashes in years between these sides. The 7-0 victory back in the 2012-13 season between Bayern Munich and Barcelona. That Messi magician goal where he took Boateng down on the floor. And right now, it's not Barcelona's night or Messi's night, because right now, Bayern Munich are the team to watch, and they're free to the good. They've got a lot of work to do here, Barcelona, because this first half an hour it has not been convincing. Oh, it's another mistake in the back. He could be four. Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, how has he missed it?
He missed that?
Oh, my God.
It's a mistake in the back. What is going on to Stegen? He's flustered.
But what is happening here? What is he doing?
Oh, it's such a poor pass from ter Stegen. He's gifted the ball back. He's tried to lay it off into one of the defenders. He's gifted it to Lewandowski, and it's a big save.
It's a good initial save by ter Stegen, but he looks shaky.
What is going on? Corner. Half an hour. 28 minutes in right now. Kimmich going to loft the ball into the box towards the near post, and it's cleared away, and I need a breather. Oh. My Lord.
What a game. We'll just talk back through that goal.
It's a mistake.
Oh my God, he's giving it away again. Oh. It's a foul, isn't it? Or is he offside?
I think that's going to be giving us an offside.
Yeah, it is.
My Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, offside there. There's no opportunity to talk. That's the thing. There's so many moments going on right now. It's unbelievable.
I don't want to try and start like a conversation like we normally do, because there's just been so many chances in the opening 29 minutes.
Go for it.
August, are you sure you want me to say something?
Go for it.
Started coming forward again.
You're right.
Yeah, right. I'll tell now. Is it over for Barcelona? It could genuinely, if it keeps up, be another 7 or so for Bayern Munich.
Talking about it, coming forward now, it's Lewandowski on the left wing. He's been outstanding tonight so far. Here he is against PK on the left-hand side. He's going to lay it off this time. Stays on the left-hand side, though. And this is just beautiful from Bayern Munich tonight. And there's so many people who've said these are the favourites in the competition to win it. And they are proving why they're at the highest level. And probably this is the best that Bayern Munich have been in the last couple of years. Yeah,
I think they're now getting back to the level of Bayern Munich from 5 or 6 years ago when they won the thing itself, and they were beating teams quite comfortably.
And they're doing it here again. Kimmich on the edge of the box. It's lofted in towards the path. It's in.
Oh my God.
It's going to count. It's 4. What is going on? It's 4-1 by Munich. Thomas Muller at the double. It is demolition in Lisbon. Half an hour in. It's 4-1.
I can't believe it. Thomas Muller has been absolutely outstanding in the opening 30 minutes. So has Joshua Kimmich. And I can't quite tell what has just happened. It's a nothing ball into the box. Gnabry's flicked it on. Kimmich picks it up, loops the ball in low, and Muller taps in front of Longley. It's poor defending by Longley again, but it's 4-1, and I'm not quite sure what the Barcelona players are claiming, but
Well, I have no idea what they're claiming for, but this is demolition
wow.
derby in Lisbon right now. Unbelievable. If you're new to the stream, it'd be greatly appreciated if you do leave a follow and a subscription, because we're doing more watch-alongs in the future. But we've literally just hit the half an hour mark, and Barcelona 4-1 down in this game, and the back line have looked so shaky, and Bayern Munich are putting them to the sword. And I tell you what's not even just putting them to the sword, they've been stabbed in the back multiple times. It's that Simpsons meme where they're saying they're down, just leave them alone, because they're coming forward again.
I said to you just before they come forward.
Goretzka,
well, actually,
still going.
No,
Goretzka, still going. Clears.
Oh my God. They look like they're going to score with every attack. I was saying to you before they scored, is there any way back for Barcelona? They're now 3 goals behind in 30 minutes. I cannot believe it.
Well, I mean, it would have to be what would surely be one of the best comebacks in recent European history to do it in one leg. But, I mean, they've got to watch out, because this game could be 5 or 6 or 7 before half-time. We've still got 15 minutes left, and we'll probably have a little bit of additional time because of the goals that have gone in. And, well, we picked a bloody good game, didn't we?
It had to be the first one that me and you did together, didn't it?
Goals galore.
I love... This is why I love football.
Here come Bayern Munich on the attack again, but the referee has given a free kick.
That is harsh. I don't think that's a foul.
Yeah, I completely agree. You're just seeing the replay now. It's Messi on the ball, and Muller just
got the ball.
Cheeky little tackle on which.
He's got the ball there.
Got the ball.
That's very harsh from the referee.
And thanks for all the likes tonight. I'm going to go through the comments in a second. I mean, Will's put this is like the Brazil-Germany game. Bernardo put, what in the hell? Muller, holy shit. It's unbelievable. And the problem is, because there's so much happening, we've just got no time to kind of sink it in right now, which I'm not complaining.
No. I mean, there's been many a time I've wanted to try to talk about something that's happened in the game, and then there's been a goal, and then I forgot what I was going to say. But so far, what a game.
We've got a corner here for Barcelona. They need a goal desperately. Messi going to loft this ball into the box, trying to get it towards the path of Longley again, who does get the slightest touch, but so does one of the Bayern Munich players, and it's cleared away. And well. Whoa, take a breather for a second. Wow.
That pass from ter Stegen, then it was. I'm getting nervous for him.
And I tell you what, we said at the start of the show about Quique Setien getting sacked. I wouldn't be surprised if they just said, go at half time.
Just put someone else in charge at half time. I think for it's definitely an eye opener.
It really is. Here come Bayern Munich trying to get another attack again. Lewandowski plays it off into Muller. Now to Kimmich, who's been outstanding tonight with an outside of the foot ball into Lewandowski. The skills and the flair coming out, which they've got the absolute right to be doing that at this stage, although they don't want to get too eccentric with the skills, you could say. Of course, there's still plenty of time left in this match. Barcelona going to get a throw in here.
You look at the benches for both sides, and you're looking at the Barcelona bench. We talked about it before. We've got a lot of youngsters on there. Who do you bring on? You've got to bring Griezmann on. But
I'd probably even say Ansu Fati.
Yeah, if you bring the attackers on, then you're going to be exposed across the pitch. It's perfect for Bayern Munich, pretty much, because if Barca push, there's going to be gaps for those players that love the counter attack, like Lewandowski and Gnabry, the absolute pace and sheer passion and skill.
Absolutely. Oh, man, they'll probably make 3 changes at half time. Here come Barcelona again. It's a lovely ball towards Nelson Semedo, who tries to get a touch of the ball. It's good defending, I'd probably say there from Alaba, just slightly tugging at the ship, but not enough for him to go down for a penalty. No players objecting for a penalty either, and it's good defending there from the Austrian centre-back, who, of course, conceded that early own goal to make it 1-1.
Oh, when that went in, I bet he was thinking, Christ, don't let me have a bad night. Let us win, because that's got to be forgotten if they win 4-1.
Oh, absolutely. It was one of those things, though, isn't it, where it could have quite easily changed the game the other way, and Barcelona kind of get a foothold. But even now, we're 35 minutes into this, and they look so shaky. And ter Stegen, he's getting marked by Lewandowski, and they've got the ball back again, and he's trying to go for the curling effort, but it's just wide. And
Muller was offside there. He would have been offside if he'd have collected the ball. That's why he left it for Perisic.
It's an awkward angle for him there, and of course it's good work there from the German player, and he's got to go for the shot because there was three Barcelona defenders just trying to close him down to make that chance awkward, and it's a little bit too wide. But it comes back to that point I said a minute ago. 35 minutes in, they still look like we've kicked off and so shaky.
Yeah, it's been very shaky from Barcelona. The back four have been absolutely abysmal. They've been getting ripped to shreds by the absolute talent up front that Bayern Munich have, and Quique Setien does not look happy, and I wouldn't. He probably knows that he is going.
Yeah, this is the type of performance. If it stays like this, the fans will want you out, and even Will's wonder who the next Barcelona manager will be. Well, you might as well start putting in your predictions in the chat, because if it stays like this, he isn't going to be in the job for much longer. Give it another hour, and he'll have left the club. They'll probably put out a statement before the game's even finished.
I bet they're getting ready now.
There'll be someone typing it up at Barca's HQ. But now let's put Thomas Müller. He made his Champions League debut in March 2009 against Sporting. Still putting work in now. Unbelievable.
Phenomenal. He's been the best player on the pitch for me.
Oh, absolutely. I think him, and I've got to say, Kimmich has been outstanding as well tonight.
Him and Kimmich have definitely been the best two on the pitch. No disrespect to any of the other Barcelona players, Bayern Munich players, but I think for me it's
again, Alphonso Davies on the far left-hand side, trying to cross it in. It's not the most greatest crosses, but it comes out to the path of Lewandowski on the edge of the box.
He's done
headed
well,
down by Goretzka into Kimmich. Now back to Gnabry on the right. Lays it off to Kimmich, who's in the box on the far right-hand side. Can he get a cross in here? He tries to chip it towards Müller. There's going to be another corner for Bayern Munich.
They're calling for handball.
I like Savu's, but
Kimmich 4-1. 4-1, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I think Chris predicted 4-1, didn't
he? He did indeed. His prediction might be wrong after 40 minutes.
There's at least call for handball by Kimmich and Muller. It's a half call, but it's...
Yeah, I don't think there's much in it. Kimmich going to loft the cross in towards Lewandowski, who does get his head on it, but this time Ter Stegen can save. And, well, it was straight at him, but with the way that Ter Stegen has been tonight, anything that comes towards him is going to be a little bit more nerve-wracking than usual.
I think he even looks a little bit shaky there. Look how far back in the net he was when he caught that. He's behind his own line when he's caught that.
I think the thing I noticed was when the fourth goal went in, I don't know if you could see on yours, how much sweat that was coming off Ter Stegen was unbelievable.
It must be warm conditions in Germany.
Yeah.
In Portugal, sorry. Getting flustered because all the attacks were in.
It's mad, and there's loads of people in here right now. There's 13, honestly. If you are new to the stream, thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to our watch-along. You've missed an incredible 40 minutes because Barcelona on the attack here, and the sweeper keeper Neuer can come out.
That's a poor pass from Vidal. If you're going to take a quick free kick, you've got to get it right, and Vidal has got it all wrong there. And then he's even committed a foul just to add on to it.
And, well, you know it's bad when Manuel Neuer can come out and start getting a little bit comfortable towards the halfway line, making passes. Notorious is in the stream, says, "Hey up, Shaggers, welcome to the stream, Notorious. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you're all good, pal." And yeah, it's been a crazy game. And as I said, if you are new, we're going to be doing more watch-alongs in the future, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you do leave a like and a sub. As always, we've got all of the Champions League games still to come and the Europa League semi-finals in the next few days. But right now, all eyes are on Barcelona and Bayern Munich, because Barcelona are 4 goals down after 40 minutes. And if you've not watched any of this game so far, there could be more goals to come in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a decent 5 or so minutes for Barcelona. They've not conceded a goal.
There's going to be a lot of talking points at halftime.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Notorious put, "Not bad, pal. How's life treating you, gents?" Always a chance here for Barcelona. It's 2 seconds. Now Semedo trying to loft it towards Suarez, and it's a poor ball, but I'm not too bad, Notorious. I hope you're good as well, pal.
I'm all right, David, mate. Are you all right?
And he's offside as well. So nothing. It's still a poor pass, to be honest, from Nelson Semedo there, but you can just see how dejected I think some of these Barcelona players look already. We haven't really seen much of Messi or Suarez tonight. In fact, the very few opportunities we've had from Suarez specifically have been incredibly poor. I mean, we had that opportunity where we was 1-on-1 with Neuer, where we should have buried it into the back of the net, and it would have been 2-1 Barcelona in a very, very different game.
I was just about to bring that up, actually. If that goes in, it's a different game, different kettle of fish. And at 2-1 Barca, you're thinking maybe they can go on and see the game out 2-1, 3-1. But who would have thought at 1-1, especially when Alaba scored, that 20, 30 minutes later it would be a 4-1.
Alexa's put in the chat, I think PSG and Leipzig are waving for the mercy rule already.
Oof.
Do you think Man City are going to have like the white flag, you know, like in Looney Tunes where a character's gone down and they're waving the flag?
I'm very excited for that game now. If Bayern Munich do go through, I am very excited. And Notorious just said, just put a £10 in-play bet on Barca. What are the odds for that? I'd like to know.
Yeah, tell us in the chat, because it's one of those where it could happen. I mean, with the way that this game is right now, you wouldn't think it. But if you stick a cheeky tenner on, you never know with the Champions League.
If Barcelona get before half-time.
And well, Suarez has gone down with a foul in the middle of the pitch. It's the first booking of the night. It's going to go to Jerome Boateng. Right decision from the ref, do you think?
Yeah, Stonewall yellow card. He knows what he's doing there. He's took him down with Vincent to just stop the attack. Because if he turns him, then they're in.
Just looking at the replay now for him, you spot on there. It's a tactical foul, 4-2. You know, if it was 4-2 at half-time, they always say a 2-0 lead is never a good lead. Even 4-2 to a certain extent, it's still not really a good lead.
Just seeing the replay, and Suarez actually stands on the foot of Thiago when he wins the ball back.
He's one of those players, isn't he, Suarez? He likes, very similar to Costa, he likes to rustle up players.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, I think for Barca, they need to just get to half-time. Either score another goal, make it 4-2, or just get in at 4-1. Then they can regroup.
Attack again here, but Bayern Munich looking a lot more calm at the back than they did in that first 10 to 15 minutes, although Neuer with not the most convincing passes in the world, but it does land at Boateng's feet. And the ball has gone out of play for a throw-in. Vidal trying to loft it towards Suarez. It's incredible defending from Goretzka. He notices that Vidal's trying to, hoof that ball in early there to Suarez in the box, and he acrobatically clears it away.
It's a great covering run. Don't necessarily think the overhead kick was necessary, but
just a bit of showboating there from the midfielder.
Yeah, I think the good thing for Bayern is even if they concede one, they've still got a 2-goal gap, and then they can regroup if they do end up conceding one. They're in a fantastic position, and after that, I'm going to make a bold prediction that they'll go on and win.
On the attack again. Oh, unlucky there, Kimmich with a heavy touch. And it's what you said before about this Bayern Munich side looking very, very different. The fact that we've seen them in previous years, they've gone up against the likes of Real Madrid, teams like that, where they take the lead and then the opposition gets back into the game. And this year specifically, under Hansi Flick, since his kind of coming, since Niko Kovac got sacked, they look unformidable and unstoppable right now.
Yeah, like I said before we started, they are the best rounded team in the world, I think. If you just look at them on paper, they can match up against any 11 in the world. They've got the quality. They've got the youth as well to develop as well.
Mistake at the back here. Suarez takes a touch on the edge of the box. Has to take it on the half volley, but it's straight into the hands of Manuel Neuer, and it's brilliant defending from Alaba, who tries to go in for the tackle. Slightly puts off Suarez, but the shot itself is very comfortable for Neuer to pick up. And Notorious says, I'm getting off, lads. You enjoy the game. Me, James, and Philbin send our regards. Have a great rest of your night, Notorious. Cheers for joining, pal. And Alexis puts, well, I can feel sort of happy I saw this Bayern team live when they spanked Red Star Belgrade 6-0 in the groups. They are ridiculously well in sync.
Well, they just look so in sync is probably the best thing to see. And like Benaldo says, flashbacks that Spurs game versus Bayern.
Absolutely. And while there's going to be no additional time, I don't know whether that's the case. The referee just making sure Barcelona can get off the pitch. They're not embarrassed anymore. But, well, we said at the start of the stream, we haven't had many games in these competitions so far where we've gone in at half-time and really been happy with the state of play. But if you have missed the first 45 minutes, Barcelona 1, Bayern Munich 4. 2 goals from Muller, 1 from Perisic, and a goal from Gnabry means that Barcelona will surely have to, if they want to get into the next round of competition, bring the best comeback we've had in European history. What's your thoughts on the first 45 minutes?
Fantastic first 45 minutes. Pretty much the same as you. Just get back in your chair, relax. Welchie said, wish it was full time for my prediction. Just if we just talk through what happened, it was Bayern Munich who took the lead through Muller with a good little move between him and Lewandowski. Nice finish. Then Alaba put through his own net after an Alba cross. Not to get them too confused. And it was 2-1 when Perisic just arched the ball straight through long lane to Stegen, who's had a very, very poor game. 3-1 came when Muller tapped it. Was it 3-1? Was Muller the 3-1? No, it was Gnabry. Gnabry was the 3-1 when fantastic goal. Probably the goal of the night for me, that.
I mean, as you said there, with Chris saying he wishes it was full time, I think most of us wish that the first half hadn't even ended there, because it was just an onslaught of Bayern Munich attacks. And, even though that Barcelona got that equaliser, which was the David Alaba own goal, it was a poor clearance from the Austrian centre-back who guided it over Manuel Neuer to put it in the net. You maybe thought as a Barcelona fan, it could give them a little bit of hope and belief that they can take the lead. Of course, we had that Suarez opportunity where it was one-on-one that we talked about a moment ago. But this Bayern Munich side, they've scored so many goals in this competition so far. As Alexa said, the 6-0 win against Red Star, the 7-2 win against Spurs. They're 4-1 up in this game.
I mean, they scored.
Can they be stopped?
Scored 7 against Chelsea over 2 legs as well. It's attacking, they're phenomenal. Defending, they're even really good as well. You saw they don't concede that many goals at all. I mean, I can only think of one against Chelsea. Even when they were playing in the Bundesliga, they didn't concede that many goals. And we used to do the watchalongs. They're a really good team, well-rounded all over the park. And I can't see a weak link in their side, to be honest.
It's incredible as well, because when you look at the lineups, there are some new players in there. Over the last couple of years, I'll kind of say like a 3-4 year gap. Goretzka coming in from Schalke. You've got Gnabry coming in from Arsenal. But the older players, the likes of Boateng, who many people will remember just for that game against Barcelona when he was, dropped to the floor by Messi. Muller, who had a period of time where he wasn't scoring goals. He was out of the Bayern Munich side, struggling. They've really, really revitalised themselves.
Yeah, I think they needed it as well. They needed a revamp. They needed some sort of change in their ranks. Not necessarily the older players, but like the newer players that were coming through, like we've seen this year. Alphonso Davies and even Mikhail Quaisens to an extent. Joshua Zirkzee, probably going to be the next striker after Lewandowski. Muller has been absolutely phenomenal all season. There's, like I said, there's not a weak link in their side for me.
It's absolutely unbelievable, and I'm still sat here now. There's a big amount of shock because we made our predictions at the start. We were worried maybe that this game would end 0-0, potentially not live up to the expectations. And even at 4-1, this game has a long, long way to go because Quique Setien needs to make the biggest halftime team talk probably of his career if his side want to get back into it. We haven't seen much of Messi. We haven't seen much of Suarez. We kind of talked about it a little bit before. What does he have to do here to get his side back into the game?
I think they need a change of formation. I personally don't think that false nine Vidal has worked tonight. He's been getting caught on the ball. He's been giving fouls away. They need to bring... I know he's not had the best to look at Barcelona, but they need to bring Griezmann on. They need to bring everyone on, to be fair. Just go for it. Risk getting beat 7-1 because you're going to get sacked anyway.
Exactly. At this point, I think there will be a lot of Barcelona fans, and no doubt for any of you who are kind of wondering, if I was you, just go to Barcelona's Twitter right now and have a look at their halftime tweet because the Barca fans are definitely Setien out rather than Setien in. And as you said there, they've got plenty of players on the bench. They've got Griezmann, Rakitic, Ansu Fati, the youngster that they can bring on. And, well, we've seen some incredible things in the recent years of the Champions League. Who says they can't do it? But with the way Bayern Munich are right now, it's going to be a big, big struggle indeed. Let's have a quick look at the comments.
Yeah,
I'll let you quickly say your point as well.
I think if they do come back, especially if they go through as well, it will be the greatest Champions League comeback of all time. I think.
I agree with you because I know there was the 5-1 comeback they had years ago, but that was over 2 legs. To do it in a 1-leg game would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
And who knows? The Champions League nights, this is what they're made for. Absolutely. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Alexa Vugis has put, Serge Gnabry has gone from a West Bromwich Albion reject to a crucial contributor for maybe the best team in the world. What's Tony Pulis doing right now? Do you think he's watching this game on crying?
Probably trying to find a new app.
Had probably a new job as well, to be honest. Bloody hell, bless him. And of course, Bernard's put Gnabry's class. Chris, could well be a memorable treble season for Bayern Munich. Absolutely. And actually, talking about that, Hansi Flick, of course, it's been such a long season that we started off with the German Super Cup last year with Niko Kovac in charge. What a change in managerial approach they've had.
I think we said every week when we were doing the podcast in the studio, there was always Bayern Munich have been lackluster again. They've not been good again. I remember the 5-1 loss against Frankfurt, and that come the turn of the year, something clicked, and I'm not quite sure what it was in their side, and they've just absolutely blown them away. Like when the German league was coming back, and everyone was saying who's going to win the league, I said it's going to be Bayern Munich because there's no other team with a quality like they've got.
Absolutely, and to think they were getting linked with the likes of Arsene Wenger all those months ago, and now Hansi Flick has probably made a massive, massive name for himself, not just for this job, but maybe future jobs over time as well. Alexa has said they are playing against Barca, not against teams from the Bundesliga. They are playing against the best team in the world. That's what Arturo Vidal said on facing Bayern Munich before the game last night in a press conference. And they're not playing against the best team in the world right now, considering that first 45 minutes. And Alexa's kind of perfectly summed it up. In the words of Jeremy Clarkson, what an utter pillock.
Exactly, yeah. That's probably the best way to describe him, to be fair. I don't know what Vidal's been smoking, but he has been awful today.
He's been poor, and once again, it really proves that the whole system of using a midfielder at striker doesn't necessarily work on the biggest stage. Will has kind of joined us at halftime. Welcome in, Will. What's your thoughts on this first half, pal? He says, just blows my mind why Griezmann is on the bench. I know he's had a below-average season, but can't do any worse. Bayern's change has been incredible. They looked old and sluggish versus Liverpool last year. Now they look like a brand new team altogether.
I think those two right now are the best teams in the world, Liverpool and Bayern Munich. I think, like you said, they were just a little bit sluggish. They look revamped now. They look like a different team that can cause anybody trouble. I'd like to see that match again, Bayern Munich and Liverpool. I think that'd be such a fantastic match.
Absolutely, and of course, even more interesting actually for yourself as well is the Super Cup. I know it's not a big thing for clubs; they don't tend to really care about it. But a potential Super Cup game, Bayern Munich v Man United.
Don't want to see it. We'd get beat by more than Barcelona are getting beat by.
You never know what I mean.
Harry Maguire and Lindelof against Lewandowski, Muller, Gnabry. We'd get ripped to shreds.
And Sané as well, just to make things worse.
Yeah, Sané as well.
But yeah, no, it's incredible this side right now, what they've been doing. And Chris has put Alaba had to be nice to Barcelona by gifting them a goal.
I think he might have just felt sorry for him, so he just decided to put it through his own net. To be fair, Neuer did make a good attempt to save it.
Yeah, it was hard in that situation for Neuer. He did just get that slight fingertip to it, but as you perfectly said earlier on, that let's be real, they won't be thinking about that own goal now, considering they're 4-1 up.
I think Alaba's been spared his blushes.
The important thing for them is to not get complacent, but this is a side that, quite frankly, don't look like they ever get complacent. They're just here to smash a team up. It's like the German side against Brazil. I think Will said it earlier, just focused on scoring as many goals as they can.
Who was also part of that German side? Thomas Muller.
He was indeed.
I think that Thomas Muller has been absolutely fantastic this season, and especially in this match, he's been man at match for me.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. I was going to say I think him and Kimmich, because we've seen a lot of Kimmich on the right hand side tonight, but I will agree with you. I think Muller's been the best player on the pitch tonight, but it's so hard because you look at that front four and. You know, Gnabry's been running the show at times. He's been a proper pain in the arse, you could say, for the Barcelona defenders. Perisic's goal was outstanding, and he's been...
It's strange for Bayern Munich to have scored 4 goals and Lewandowski not to have got one of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's mad. And that's the thing. Even though he's not scored, he's been everywhere on the pitch tonight.
He has been really good. It's just a typical Lewandowski performance. But Muller's got, I think, 2 goals and an assist, which is just absolutely crazy.
It's good to see as well because we said before he's had those kind of last couple of years, I'd say like kind of last year or two where he's not been up to that form we remember him for. You know, coming up as a young player, scoring all the goals at the World Cup, being that big player for Bayern Munich, back in the day. He's stepped up now, and all those years that he was linked with moves away from the club, saying that his time was up. Now he's probably one of the first players that gets put into the starting 11 every week.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a phenomenal football player.
It's
one of the best in the world.
Absolutely. Just have a quick look as well. Benaldo's put about Benfica, saying, wow, Benfica confirmed Everton, Suarez and Jan Vertonghen today. I wonder if Cavani will be confirmed also. They confirmed Waldschmiede as well from Freiburg.
Is Everton Suarez the one that plays in Brazil?
Is indeed.
Oh, that's a very good signing.
€20 million it cost them.
It's a very good signing.
Absolute bargain. Good signings for them. Of course, I think we'll see them in the Champions League next season. To talk about the Champions League, there's still more content to come. Not to wish the night away yet, but we've got plenty more games coming up in the next few days. As you can see, of course, the final match of the quarterfinals tomorrow night. We'll talk about that very quickly in a moment. Manchester City take on Lyon. 8 o'clock kickoff. It'll be Kieran D and Rowan for that game. Build up for that starts from 7:45 UK time. In 4 days' time, we're back once again for the semi-finals. Of course, it will be RB Leipzig taking off Paris Saint-Germain on the 18th of August, which, to give you specific on that date, that'll be Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, as it currently stands, Bayern Munich will be in the semi-finals. But who will they face? Manchester City or Lyon?
Whoever gets that game. Jesus Christ.
It's a mammoth of a match. I think there's going to be a fight for that one again.
Honestly, I don't mind because I feel I picked this one out and I said I wanted it first. So I don't mind if either of the other two want to do it.
There's just so many good games going on. And like even now, of course, even before the semi-finals, we've got the Europa League semi-finals to come. You will be primed and raring on the 16th of August as Sevilla take on Manchester United. Big game of football that one's going to be.
Rowan again on Sunday.
It is indeed. Firing you and Rowan. You've got loads of watchalongs together.
I wonder if me and you will ever get another one together, Josh.
Who knows? Hopefully we can. And then the other semi-final, it will be me and Kieran L for this one. You could say it's probably the hipster final for us too, because it's Inter Milan taking on Shakhtar Donetsk, 8 o'clock. Both games, there'll be coverage and build up for that from 7:45 UK time. Let's have a quick talk about Manchester City and Lyon. That's the game you're going to be covering tomorrow night. Interesting game, that one. Is it going to be a walk in the park for Manchester City tomorrow, or do you think Lyon could provide another shock?
I think I'd be very surprised if it wasn't not a walk in the park, but if it's not like a 3-1 very comfortable game for Man City. I think they've got the quality over Lyon. Lyon were just really, really good defensively. Obviously, a few of the decisions went their way in the game in the tie against Juventus. Juventus were unlucky. Ronaldo tried to pick him up, but it just didn't have enough. Overall, I don't want to say it's going to be a walk in the park, but I could see it going that way.
Yeah, it was one of those games, the Juventus-Lyon, where there was a few questionable decisions for both sides. But, of course, Lyon, they will be really up for that game. But I think Manchester City will be as up for it as well. Although I think both sides will probably watching this game tonight thinking, oh dear, we've got to play Bayern Munich with the way that they're going right now.
Both teams trying to lose tomorrow, so they don't have to play Bayern.
It's going to be like the Simpsons view, where they're just passing it around the middle for the whole game.
To have Bayern Munich and Man City as a potential semi-final is so criminal, because that deserves to be a final.
It is a shame, because that left-hand side of the bracket, we said this when the draw was made a couple of weeks ago, we were a little bit questionable at the fact that all of the teams that had already got into the quarters were in the bracket on the right-hand side, and the teams that hadn't were on the left, which is just a little bit dodgy. Not to say it's fixed or anything, but it's a shame, because pretty much every game on that left-hand side of the bracket, this game in itself could have quite easily been a final.
Yeah, for sure. Two teams of absolute massive European pedigrees. I think we're about to get ready for the second half again now.
We are indeed.
Just what Will said. He said, hope Solomon and Shakhtar get to the final. I think United will win the tournament in the end, though. Limbs if that happens, because I'd prefer to play Shakhtar than Inter Milan, but we've got to get past Sevilla first.
I was going to say, Man U Shakhtar final. Would not mind that at all. But as you said, the players are out. We have got a change for Barcelona, as you expected. Antoine Griezmann is coming onto the pitch. And if this isn't Vidal's number coming up,
I'm interested to see who's coming off here.
it can't be Vidal because I think I've just seen him. So Griezmann is on.
20 Roberto. Yeah.
It is indeed.
Oof.
They're going for it now.
Now, Vidal's probably going to drop back into midfield. Griezmann with probably Suarez up front.
You'd expect it. You would indeed. So here we go. The second half of this game is about to kick off. Barcelona have got to pull off what would be the greatest comeback in European history. 4-1 down. Game on.
I'm excited, Josh. I'm excited to see this second half. Please don't be boring.
Yeah, I hope not. But the thing is with this Bayern Munich side, they just don't look like the type of team that when you're 4-1 up, they'll go, right, switch off. Because I think you look at some other sides in this competition, you know, let's say an Atalanta, for example, or a PSG would probably go a little bit more defensive than usual.
Yeah.
I think even Barcelona, to a certain extent, would probably do the same thing in a match like this. But Bayern Munich, they just love attacking.
I think Ter Stegen's just kicked out our play again, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, not a good start. We're 45 seconds in and he's already making mistakes. Oh, dear.
What is he playing at? It's just not been a good night for him, has it?
No, it hasn't. But talking about good nights, Kale, he's in the stream. He says, I said to you earlier, asked for an entertaining first half. Ain't seen many better than that.
I don't think there has been a first half better than that.
I'd probably say the closest we've had to that in recent years is probably the Spurs City game last year.
Yeah. I mean, 5 goals in one half, kind of spoiling us a little bit.
Absolutely, but we could have potential chance for another goal here because Vidal's just smashed the ball out of play because Lewandowski's gone and he was not messing about there after Vidal. Got to the corner.
A few people warming up for Barcelona as well already.
I think that's Ricky Puig and Rakitic warming up now.
Yeah, I think that's also Ansu Fati as well with him.
Might give it 10 or 15 minutes, but it's going to be a throw-in actually for Bayern Munich here. Alphonso Davies with the throw-in. It's hoofed out of play by Sergio Busquets, but it's going to be another throw-in in a decent area here to make something.
Just click the time's just ticking down. We're already nearly 2 minutes into this second half, and 2 less minutes that Bayern Munich have to worry about.
Absolutely, indeed, and well, it could be 2 more minutes, 2 extra minutes. Sorry, where Barca have been a bit scared here because I know we're only 2 minutes in, but they look a little bit flustered at the back still. I don't know what Quique Setien would have said at halftime to his men. Probably that he's going to get sacked and he desperately needs to do something to keep his job.
Like, what can you say?
I don't know.
Going down at us. Do you know what I mean? I just wouldn't know what to say.
It's fascinating, you know, when you hear of the biggest results, the biggest comebacks, you know, even that 5-1 comeback for Barcelona, the Istanbul comeback. What exactly do managers say to their teams? But Bayern Munich are trying to get in here and, well, risky at the back again there. Lewandowski, this time on the right-hand side, just trying to get into the box and can't get anything on it. And he's eventually landed at the feet of Ter Stegen. And this is a very, very nerve-wracking first 2 minutes, the passing round the back, which has not been their speciality in this game so far. And once again, Vidal gifting the ball back to Bayern Munich with a throw-in. Here is Thiago.
In poor again, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether Quique Setien is just sat there in silence. Maybe that was his team talk at half time because it feels like nothing's changed.
I mean, I don't know what Vidal... I think it might be just a calm.
Oh, it's a lovely ball from Neuer. It's into the path of Lewandowski, who takes the shot on, and it's a shot that's gone straight into the hands of Ter Stegen, but it's just so risky because Perisic there got the ball from Manuel Neuer's lovely, lovely ball and lays it down for Lewandowski, and another good chance there for Bayern Munich.
Great chance for Bayern Munich. It's a lovely ball by Neuer, like you said, and I can't quite... It's a good shot from Perisic, to be fair, and I think it's the first good save of the night for Ter Stegen.
It's mad because it is one of those games where it is literally leaving you speechless to what you're seeing because, you know, Barcelona do not look like a Champions League side right now.
No.
They look like they've been on holiday for the last couple of weeks, and I know, of course, the Liga finished a couple of weeks ago. Of course, the Bundesliga finished about a month ago, but they just look so poor right now. And, you know, in context to their win against Napoli, where they actually looked really good. And I think that was the game you was watching, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were really good against Napoli, but they were caught out a few times, and a few decisions went their way, of course. But they are here, and they're getting beat 4-1 in 50 minutes.
It's mad. That's the thing. You don't even know what to say about it. It's the pure shock of the result of what we're seeing right now. But we've got a free kick here.
When I woke up this morning, I expected Bayern Munich to be 4-1 up inside the first half.
No, absolutely not. Here comes Kimmich. He's just towards the edge of the box. He's laid it off to Thiago. Now into the path of Thomas Muller, who dances around Thiago. That's right, he's dancing around his own place. A lovely weighted ball into the path of Leon Goretzka, who hits it on the half volley, but it goes over the bar, and it's another chance that goes wide for Bayern Munich.
Well, it's good play between the players that we already had highlighted out, Muller and Kimmich, and he just caught it all wrong as Goretzka.
It's another good chance, and unfortunately for him there, that half volley, as you said, the connection, very poor. There is a play down for Barcelona right now, but they're playing on because Luis Suarez is on the far left-hand side, and he's going to get a free kick here.
Might be a yellow card, that.
Could be indeed, and you're spot on there.
Oh, as if I've just predicted that. Who is down?
Vidal, I think.
Of course he is. Get up.
We know what Vidal's like. I mean, at this stage of the game, to be honest, he's getting back up to his feet now, but there's not much point of sitting there and rolling around on the floor when you 4-1 down.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to get there, Vidal, because I don't think Alphonso Davies has touched him.
No, but we did get another yellow card, as you said. I think David Alba has gone into the book. And there's going to be another yellow card coming out here as well. In fact, 2 yellow cards, it looks like. The referee just walking around trying to find some players.
He's giving yellow cards to everybody?
I think so. I don't know what he's doing right now. Here he is. So, yellow card to Alphonso Davies.
Wasn't that Messi you gave it to?
I think he gave it to Alphonso Davies there.
How do you think of Alphonso Davies when he's not done all? Oh, wow.
I think a little bit of I don't know, they said something to the referee there, and now Kiko Setien's talking to one of the 4th officials. Another booking as well. I think Suarez has gone into the book now. You can see him complaining as well.
What is happening?
Few yellow cards going around. It's getting a bit feisty.
I don't think
we have a free kick.
No, he has gone into... What is happening?
I didn't really get to see there because I understand with the...
That's a foul.
With the foul, but I don't know whether the Suarez has said something to the ref there, but we've got a free kick here on the right-hand side towards the corner flag. Just organising the...
The ref's going to give some more yellow cards out, no?
He's lost the plot. Messi is going to whip this ball into the box. It's a poor... I wouldn't say it's poor cross, just nobody there to guide the ball into the back of the net, and now Bayern Munich can counter-attack. It is a 5v5, wow. And they're coming forward here, Lewandowski on the left-hand side. He's still going. Still going. It's now into the path of Perisic, who is on an onside position, and it's in the back of the net. It's 5-1. Lewandowski, but it's not going to count.
Muller offside. Yeah, I think Muller might be offside.
That's why I kind of went quiet for a second there, because I thought, was it Perisic that was offside at first? But
of course, it's going to be checked by VAR. I think Muller might just be offside, though. Oh, he's miles offside.
Yeah, he's miles off. That's a quite obvious decision that will not go their way there. And I think even Lewandowski knows he's not celebrating, and that won't count. Still 4-1. A little bit of a let-off there for Barcelona, you could say.
Definitely. Massive let-off. They'll be shitting themselves now, I reckon.
Absolutely. Chris has put getting likes and subs up for one of the best underrated channels out there. Thank you so much, Chris. And of course, not going to kind of batter you, but if you haven't subscribed, it'd be greatly appreciated if you do. As always, Bernardo has says, of course, offside, but it's such a poor start to this game once again for Barcelona in this second half.
Oof, and that's another foul by Suarez. Now he's going to get a yellow card.
Oh, he didn't get a yellow card. I thought he had it first.
It's 2 fouls in the space of maybe a minute for Suarez, and Thiago's obviously milking it a bit, rolling around up floor. He has to be careful now.
Yeah, he's... you said before in the first half, there was the foul, I think, on one of the plays where, on Suarez actually, where he clipped Thiago beforehand and then got the foul afterwards. We know what Suarez is like, especially this Barca side as well. We've seen it before when they've lost big games. They start to get a bit ratty, and that's not to joke about Suarez in any way, but they do get a bit ratty and a bit arsey, you could say, when they're losing.
Definitely. I think for Bayern Munich now, it's a real question of character. Obviously, they've been fantastic all season. Can they see out or maybe add to their lead already?
It feels like they might be able to here. There's going to be a ball back to Neuer, which Boateng has headed back to him, and it's a poor mistake at the back there. And Barcelona gifted a corner.
If they score from this, you're thinking, Boateng, what are you playing at, mate?
This is where the nerves could really start to kick in again.
I mean, if Barcelona get one back, I keep getting the teams mixed up. If Barcelona get one back, then they've got to be thinking, yeah, let's go. But it has to go in. I think if they're going to start a comeback, it has to be now.
Yeah, they need a goal here. 35 minutes left on the clock. Corner's going to be taken, lofted into the box. It's towards the near post. It's going to be cleared away this time. It's going to drop down to Frenkie de Jong on the left-hand side. Laid off to Messi. Back to Frenkie de Jong again. He's getting pushed towards the middle of the field. It's back to Nelson Semedo, who is on his own right now and has to pass it back to Ter Stegen. With a couple of Bayern Munich players pressing on forward. Ter Stegen, he hits it long. There's players who are onside here, but it's straight to Neuer, who can catch it. And it's lofted to Davies. It is, isn't it, right now?
Give a thanks for the goalkeepers.
To the top German goalkeepers. Here come Bayern Munich again on the attack. Goretzka into the path of Kimmich, who's been brilliant tonight. On the edge of the box, lays it off to the path of Perisic, who can't get there. And it's going to be a goal kick for Bayern Munich. Barcelona. I'm doing the same as you now. I'm getting mixed up with the teams.
I apologise.
It's just such a crazy game. You just don't know where to look. That's the problem.
No, I completely agree with you. It's been such a fantastic game of football. The second half's not been as frantic as the first half, but it's been a good game.
Do you think we will see a few changes soon? We're going to get towards the 60th minute. A couple of players we said earlier warming up. Jordi Alba into the path of Luis Suarez on the edge of the box. He's cutting. Suarez! It's in! Game on. Do not count them out because there could be one of the most historic comebacks potentially happening. There's lots of time left, and just as we said, they needed a goal in this match. They're right back in it. It's Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 4, and it's game on.
That is phenomenal. What a goal that is by Suarez. Look at he sat out on his ass, and it's a lovely finish on his left foot, and that's what they needed.
We've seen it before, and Boateng will be having memories of being sat on his arse against Lionel Messi, and Suarez has just done it to him again. It's beautiful skill by the Uruguayan. He cuts in. He takes the shot on the left-hand side. He takes the shot on his left foot into the right-hand side of the goal. And well.
I was just saying, we've not had the best start to the second half, but now it is game on. I said if they needed to score, it needed to be now, and they've got 33 minutes, plus added time to get two goals back.
It could happen. As we said before, it could be a historic comeback, but here come Bayern Munich on the attack again. 57 minutes on the clock, to be precise. For those of you that are watching and want to sync up, if you've just joined the stream, welcome along. Barcelona 4, Bayern Munich. Sorry, Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 4. Oh, God. Bloody hell.
What a game.
Well, we were saying at half time, it looked like it was going to be over slightly, but unbelievable. What
a game of football. Absolutely fantastic.
Could be an incredible comeback. They only need 2 more goals for extra time. Remember, if it is 4-4, away goals do not count in this match if you haven't really been watching much of the Champions League so far. Oh, my Lord.
I don't know what to say because it's just... that goal has just brought everything back into contention. The 2-goal deficit.
This is really going to be one of these classic European games that potentially people might look back on. But we've got half an hour left. Let's not say anything yet because, Barcelona, they could get back into this. Chris has said, loving the game as a neutral. Benel says, let's see if they can shift their gears here. And KL said, sold Boateng a dream. And Wilson absolutely done Boateng.
It's a lovely goal by Suarez, that. But initially, the pass to Jordi Alba, I think it's from Messi. Someone's getting yellow carded here. I think it's from Messi. It's a fantastic ball to Alba, and Alba just has to cut it back, and Suarez does all the work. Boateng committed. Oh, he did get carded. That's weird.
I thought it was Perisic there from where it looked. But yeah, this is the thing now. I don't think he'll really be thinking about it. Let's be real, but the fact that a couple of years ago we saw him, drop to the floor against Messi, Suarez has just done the same. Can the doubt creep in? Who knows? And
there's obviously the meme of Boateng just absolutely flopping to the floor when Messi flies past him. Not necessarily the same thing happened there, but he did overcommit himself to one side, and Suarez.
There's an opportunity here for Bayern Munich to get through, because there's an opportunity for Joshua Perisic even, who takes the shot on the half volley outside of the box, but just like Goretzka earlier, the connection is poor and it goes over.
I think that was a chance.
It was a major chance.
30 minutes left. What a game of football, like I've already said.
Wow. Do you think Barcelona will make some changes soon? Bring on a couple more players? Ansu Fati was warming up early. Ricky Puig as well.
Who do you take off, though? You can't take any of them front three off.
I'd have probably taken Vidal off.
Played a 2 in midfield, maybe.
Yeah.
I think Busquets has kind of been a passenger. Someone's getting a yellow card as well. This ref loves the yellow card.
That's about the 9th yellow card we've seen of the day. Is this for one of the backroom staff, I think he's giving it to here?
Yeah, someone's coming on anyway. I think it's Koeman.
Well, Bayern Munich, they are 2 goals to the good, but they're not giving up. And I think it might be... Yeah, he's one of the backroom staff for Bayern Munich that's gone into the book there. Hansi Flick just telling his backroom staff to calm down a little bit. The referee's gone over, giving him the yellow card. And I don't think there's really much in that, to be honest.
I don't even know what happened. I
don't know whether he said something there to the as the referee's kind of made that decision. Lovely passing to Nelson Semedo on the far right-hand side, but it's poor work from the Portuguese fullback.
Stayed down as well.
Advantage to Bayern Munich, which the referee has given to the away side. And
he's still down.
Yeah, it could be bad here for the Portuguese fullback. Alexa has said, Watchalong pull off the upset tomorrow. Andre, not the player. How are you doing, Andre? He says, Bayern Munich, looking strong. Well, you love to see it. And Chris has got, I'm so glad I'm not missing this game rather than be at Caravan with shite Wi-Fi. You picked the perfect day to come back.
Anyway, Chris, mate. I hope you did have a good holiday.
Yeah, hopefully he did, pal. And hopefully everybody's enjoyed this tournament so far, because this is the game of the tournament right now, and probably the game of the Europa and Champions League altogether. But here come Bayern Munich on the attack again. It's Koeman. No, it is Davies.
That's wonderful from Davies, the way he got past a few players there.
Still going. Semedo is into the box. Still going. Davies, still going. He's squared it. It's 5. Unbelievable. That is fantastic work from Alphonso Davies. He knows what he's just done there. He's flicking his wrist as if to say, holy shit, what the fuck have I just done? Because it's 5.
How?
That is magic.
How?
Well, if Messi can't do it tonight, Alphonso Davies can. Just as we thought maybe Barcelona could try and get back in this game, he's just absolutely skinned Nelson Semedo. It's lovely trickery from him. Talk us through the goal, Kieran.
Nelson Semedo, I feel so sorry for him because he has been at fault for nearly all goals tonight. That one is not his fault. Actually, he does do a very bad tackle. Alphonso Davies just picks up. I'm lost for words because it's such a good goal. But he's picked it up on the left-hand side, drives past about 2 players, squares up Nelson Semedo, flies past him on the left-hand side into the box, rolls a lovely pass back, and Kimmich has to just tap into an empty net. The comeback is well and truly over, Josh.
The Canadian who dreamed of playing Champions League nights has just scored one of the best goals of this tournament so far.
Well, he hasn't.
Surely now, Barcelona have got to make some changes.
Well, it's not Davies who scored, it's Kimmich, but...
Sorry, Davies with the assist even.
Yeah. That is...
It felt like he scored it.
The way you were commentating, it just made it even better, but...
Here come Barcelona again on the attack. He's on the edge of the box. Messi trying to curl it in, and he was nearly into the back of the net.
Well, we were talking, weren't we? We were saying it's going to be his hardest match, probably his most important match of his career. His hardest opponent. It is going to be, I think that's a corner, by the way. His hardest match of his career, and he has absolutely he's come up trumps tonight.
Wow, Messi's going to loft the ball into the box. It's towards the path of Longley, which seems to be the player they're guiding it towards. And yeah, it just felt like with that goal there, if you've missed it, you're not watching the game, it felt like as if Alphonso Davies had scored it. The trickery to get past Nelson Semedo. I mean, it was Kimmich who finished it.
Even defensively there against Suarez, someone who's really good in the air. he's done really well against.
It was all when he went like that. You know he's thinking, bloody hell, what have I just done? Here comes Bayern Munich again. Perisic on the edge of the left-hand side of the box, trying to cross it in, but there's no one there. And, well, Barcelona passing it around the back right now, and it could cost them because he's come back here to Joshua Kimmich, who's in the box, and surely it could be another opportunity. He's lofted in, but Ter Stegen can save it.
We talked about the character of Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. And if they conceded a goal, would they respond?
Suarez, Noise out of his box. He's got to clear his line. And it just feels like it's chance again.
What a game of football. 7 goals, 65 minutes. We've still got 25 minutes plus added time.
The banner. Fucking hell.
I don't want the game to end. I don't want it to end. Why can't we have extra time?
High five.
Get Barcelona scoring 3 goals so we can have extra time.
Thing is, with the way that the game is, you just never know what's going to happen because Barcelona, they're having chances themselves.
They're coming forward again here.
Coming forward again. Here it is. Good chance for them. Maybe Griezmann cuts in. Should have taken a bit more time to go forward there. It's
space, though.
Plenty of space. Vidal on the right-hand side here. Into Sergio Busquets. Now towards Messi on the edge of the box. Laid it into Antoine Griezmann, who's on the far left-hand side. He's lofted into the box, but it's not towards Luis Suarez, who was primed and ready to smash that into the back of the net for his second. Trying to get it towards Semedo. Clash of heads, and the referee has given the advantage there to Bayern Munich in a free kick.
I think Nelson Semedo's been really poor tonight. He's not been good tonight. I think maybe the option of obviously starting there is to use his pace against Alphonso Davies, but he's not been good tonight. He's been at fault nearly for all goals coming down that left hand side. Perisic has had him on absolute spaghetti legs tonight, and the fact that he's given a foul away there is just sums up his evening.
It has been poor, and we actually are going to get the change. I felt like we talked about 20 minutes ago. Coleman is going to come on in this game to bring a bit more reassurance. Although, to be honest, let's be real, Bayern Munich tonight, they look reassured. And it's going to be Perisic who comes off. I guess you could start resting players.
I think Nelson Semedo's night is not getting any easier because you're taking one player who's absolutely had him on shreds off, and you bring Coleman on, who is known for his pace and his trickery. Unlucky Nelson.
Absolutely. Honestly, guys, if you have enjoyed the stream so far, it's left me speechless with this game. If you are new and you've enjoyed it so far, it'd be greatly appreciated if you do leave a subscription. We've just hit towards 650 subscribers, so thank you ever so much to everyone who has subscribed and kind of supported us through this period and even before this. And if you haven't subscribed, we've got plenty more to come. We've got the Europa League games, the Champions League games still to come. And of course, we're going to be doing so many more watch-alongs next season for the Champions League when it's back, Premier League games, and other sports as well. So keep your eyes out on all the content in the future. And Andres, but your channel is very, very good. Thank you so much, Andre. Thanks to everybody who's joined us tonight. There's going to be a lot of people doing these watch-alongs. Yeah,
thank you for picking us. Because if people want to just be me and Josh talking to each other like dickheads. On his own.
Oh God! I mean, to be fair, if you are watching this game on your own, you could probably get excited because Bayern Munich are in again. Here's another chance. It could be 6. It's just wide. It should have been 6.
What a block by Jordi Alba!
Standing block. Talk us through that opportunity before I have a heart attack.
Is it Coleman again? He's just come on, and he had the chance to make it 6. It's a goal-saving block by Jordi Alba, but it's defensively again. I think it was Nelson Semedo again, caught on the ball. Muller nicks it off him into the box, squares it across, and Coleman was there to tap it in. But Jordi Alba, great challenge.
Lewandowski, the way he's looking, he knows it should have been 6.
He wants to go.
He's lofted into the box. It's not the most convincing crosses in the world, but he's going to be lofted back in there again towards the back post. There's nobody there this time on the edge of the box, and well, Alphonso Davies. There's a punch there from Ter Stegen. It's rattled in and taking a shot. This great save from Gnabry. Not save from Gnabry. It's a shot from Gnabry. It's a great save from Ter Stegen. But here comes Barcelona on the counter-attack again. It's a lovely ball into the right-hand side. It's Vidal who hasn't got much pace. And well, fantastic from Coleman defensively-wise there. And oh my God, it's a mental game. I feel like I'm just not giving you a chance to talk.
What a game. I've had a smile on my face, I think, from minute 1 in this game. What a fantastic game of football.
As I said, I feel bad because I've not had many opportunities to let you talk, but it's just because there's been so many opportunities.
What a game. I'm so happy we've had. If you'd have told me this morning we'd had 7 goals, I don't think I'd have said 5 of them would have been for Bayern Munich.
No, but there could be a 6-1 here. Ah, poor ball there.
Nabry didn't want to run after it.
Unlucky. Chris has put this commentary better than the boring Martin, Tyler and Alan Smith. But I tell you what, I'm a mutual fan. I fucking love every goal.
I think the commentary between me and you is just you going, you getting like higher and higher pitch, and me just going, oh my god.
Busquets has come off for the youngster Ansu Fati. They're 3 goals down, 20 minutes left. And well, if there is one youngster who could maybe bring a bit of life into this game for Barcelona, could he be the kid to do it?
I think they'll probably put Messi behind Suarez, Fati out to the right or the left, and then Griezmann on the other side. So poor ball by Suarez.
Poor ball there, and Suarez complaining at Ansu Fati. Well, actually, Suarez, you should be looking at yourself now because the ball was horrendous.
If you don't pass it out of play, you might be able to get there.
Oh my god, this will be one of those games where in a couple of years' time, or even a couple of months' time, when we miss the Champions League, this will be one of the games where people will watch this one back and remember it for a long, long time because it's been an absolutely outstanding game. And there's more goals to come in this, I think. 20 minutes left.
I hope so. We've had 7 so far. We can't get greedy, but
we'd love a bit of extra time.
Imagine if Barcelona got like 1 or 2 goals back in the next 10, 15 minutes. What an interesting 5 minutes we'd have at the end of the game.
If this went 5-5, I think my lungs would explode.
We'll need a rest after this one, Josh.
And Josh is not here for Sunday's game with Shakhtar because his lungs have exploded.
Of course, me and you are doing the tier list, aren't we, on Monday? Just let me know if you can't do it because you've died because of this game.
Oh, God. I mean, if there's more goals, who knows? But there's going to be a free kick here for Barcelona. David Alaba giving it away here. And Messi, he needs to do something here because Barcelona... The thing is, I think they've looked a lot better in the second half than they did in the first half.
Yeah, they have looked better. The goal was really well worked. Apart from that, though, they haven't really done much, which just says a lot for their first half performance.
Yeah, the balls in the final third have been poor, the crosses and that, and we've had a couple of chances. And I thought, you thought that Luis Suarez goal would have changed everything, but...
Yeah, I thought the momentum would have been with Barcelona, but I think Alphonso Davies has just absolutely killed the game off. Bayern Munich now looking for cheap fouls.
Absolutely. I mean, Bernardo's put, if this goes 5-5, I'm buying a kit from each side. Oh, God. It
would be the game that is me and Josh that would have the most goals and the most excitement. I don't know why. It just...
Mad, innit? This is the type of game where if Rowan was doing it, he could have said 5-5 as a prediction and it would have been...
it would have been viable.
Yeah, a viable prediction.
What a game.
Bayern Munich.
What a game.
Mental. And there's still about 20 minutes left of this match. Maybe some additional time, although considering the first half, the ref didn't give any additional time. He might do the same again here to spare Barcelona's blushes. Or could they get back in this one?
I hope so.
To Neuer.
I hope they get another goal. Make it interesting because I don't want this game to end. I want to see extra time, but unfortunately, I think Bayern Munich they're 3 goals clear. I can't see Barcelona scoring 3 in 18. We've added time, probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, it is one of those. But I mean, to be fair, I know it was a much closer game. Me and Kieran, we did see in that PSG game, we sat there and it was like, oh, it's all over, and it isn't. But 3 goals might mean it isn't. It could be another chance here for Bayern Munich. They're on the edge of the box. Lewandowski, curling shot. Ter Stegen tries to make the save. He does get the ball back. What could he do here? He's on the left-hand side, inside of the box. He's had to push himself outside of the box. And Thiago, about 30 yards out from goal, into the middle. He's dancing his way around the Barcelona defence. But it's good defending at the back there from Long Lane. Barcelona can maybe counter-attack here. It's Griezmann on the ball, who we haven't really seen much of, and the ball goes out of play for Barcelona.
Initially, when Lewandowski, Coutinho, I think is going to come on, and someone else, but initially it was really good defending by Nelson Semedo to block the shot from Lewandowski. Who's that? Nicolas Sula.
Is indeed. 2 changes, and the player who is on loan from Barcelona might come back to bite the arse.
Jesus Christ, there will be riots in the streets of Barcelona tonight.
Bet he doesn't want to go back to Barca now.
Imagine if he scores as well.
Bloody hell, they'll not want him back.
Nail in the coffin if Coutinho scores, I think.
Chris has put, if it goes 5-5, I'll react like I've been kidnapped, which would wake my parents up.
I think...
What are they doing? Why are they not watching the game? Unbelievable. Everybody should be watching this match right now.
I think um, I just love some more goals. I'm getting a bit greedy because we've had 7 already.
I'm not going to say anything.
We are having some subs though, aren't we? I think Gnabry coming off.
We are indeed. Gnabry's one off. And I think Boateng might come off as well.
Alaba, I think, isn't Alaba on yellow card?
Yeah, actually, fair point there. We'll see here who comes off. Coutinho looking ready, and it's obviously Gnabry shaking the hands there of the Bayern Munich backroom staff and players delighted, and it is going to be Boateng who comes off.
You were good.
It was just a wild prediction, but maybe Hansi Flick is seeing the images in his head of the Messi goal from a few years ago and thought just save him for any more blushes.
If Nicolas Sula is might cost I don't know why I just got this image in my head of Nicolas Sula costing Bayern Munich. Of course it won't happen. It's 3 goals behind, but I think I'm just hoping at this point because I want to see some more goals. I don't want this game to end.
No, here comes Bayern Munich on the attack. Muller into Koeman on the edge of the box. He's dancing around. He's in the middle of the pitch. He's going past one. Lays it off into Kimmich. Back to Koeman again on the right-hand side. He's inside the box. He can shift this one into the box. It's a low-driven shot, and ter Stegen clears it with his foot. Not the most convincing clearances, but now Barcelona with the ball. It's with Ansu Fati, the youngster.
Kimmich needs to be careful. Ansu Fati can
halfway line.
Go anywhere he wants. Done well there.
And well, as you said there, he's been pushed over by Koeman, and it's going to be a free kick here. Not in the most convincing positions to shoot this miles out towards the halfway line on the left-hand side, but it's laid off early, and the referee said no, retake.
Oof.
In fact, he's looking very frustrated with Barcelona right now.
I think he might be a Barca fan.
So, trying hard to get him back in the game, but we haven't seen a lot of Messi, have we?
No, I think he's been very quiet. I'm not sure. I don't think personally he'll be happy, but he's been very quiet tonight.
He has absolutely indeed. He's been had a couple of all right opportunities, but nothing too amazing. Here come Barcelona on the attack again. It's at the edge of the box for Ansu Fati into Suarez, now into Messi, who's inside of the box. He's still going. Messi. It's a simple save for Neuer there. It's not necessarily towards directly towards Neuer. He does have to slightly move his arms out to pick the ball up, but it's not the most convincing shot. That's going to test the German goalkeeper at this stage of the game.
It's exciting football though from Barcelona. For the first time in this half, they've kind of beaten the Bayern Munich press with a few passes. Frankie de Jong's definitely been better in this second half as well.
I'm having to put that on banner there just in case anybody comes in and spoils the goal. Ansu Fati on the edge of the box, trying to work the space for Barcelona. Messi's gone down, but the referee says no to a free kick. Barcelona players appealing, but the Bayern Munich players are pushing on here.
I thought that was a penalty, though. No, a penalty for free kick, sorry.
I kind of agree with you on that one. A lot of plays stopped, and here come Bayern Munich again on the far left-hand side, and this time the referee is going to give a free kick, but this time the advantage is to Bayern Munich and Vidal protesting.
He has been awful tonight, I'm not going to lie. Arturo Vidal has not had his best game. After talking the talk before the game.
It sums it up because he's gone up to the referee, he's protesting, he's doing that to the referee, and the referee's just looking on, not saying a word, just shaking his head, and he's been so poor tonight.
He's got his hands all over Alphonso Davies there.
But here can Bayern Munich on the attack. Potential chance here for them. Coutinho. Dancing, but he can't get around the defence, but it is going to be a corner.
If Coutinho scores, I think I might lose it.
They've got a corner here. You never know.
Still got 12 minutes left, of course. Like I've been saying for the last 5 minutes, I don't want this game to ever end.
The thing is, it's going to be a very long 12 minutes for both sides because, Barcelona, we've had a couple of decent chances. They're kind of getting back into this game. Not necessarily too much, but they've had opportunities to push forward. Bayern Munich, I wouldn't say they need to get another goal, but they'll be desperately trying to get another one just to embarrass them furthermore. But Ansu Fati,
he's offside.
Offside.
3 goals in 13 minutes or 11 minutes as it will be now is an incredible task for any team in the world, shall I say.
Absolutely, and it's a tough ask. We've had another subscriber as well. Thank you so much for whoever subscribed. Greatly appreciated. It would be incredible. We can dream. And as I said, it's just a case of you never know, isn't it? It's just a case of finding out what happens over the last couple of minutes. But we're going to have a free kick for Bayern Munich this time. Ansu Fati with a foul on Kimmich.
Have Barca got any subs they can make, really, off the bench?
They've got Rakitic left. If they want to bring on a midfielder, maybe for Vidal.
I'd definitely take Vidal off. Definitely take Vidal off.
Yeah, I would. The problem with Vidal in this game is he's giving too many fouls away. He's breaking up the play when Barcelona are trying to push forward, and even giving away a couple of fouls in dangerous areas here for Bayern Munich, which they're coming forward right now. Koeman trying to get a touch of the ball, but he can't, and it goes out of play for a Barcelona goal kick, and Quique Setien gritting his teeth.
I think he knows that his time as Barca manager is that's Paul by Ter Stegen again. His time as Barca manager is probably at an end.
Absolutely. Alexis said fair to say Bayern the favourites to win it now, but good chance for Alphonso Davies getting it into the box. It's laid off to Thomas Muller, passes it back.
Whenever I see Coutinho on the ball, I'm hoping he scores.
Barca made a mistake not starting Braithwaite. It's a shame he wasn't able to be registered. He'd have won it for him.
He'd have scored 3, wouldn't he?
Have they not seen Choupo-Moting's winner against Atalanta? Oh, shit, I need to change the banner.
The banner.
We're not in the 70th minute. We're now in the 80th minute of this game.
Oh, there's a chance here.
Here they come again. Lovely, lovely footwork from Alphonso Davies.
He's got it back again.
Now into Koeman on the left-hand side. Lays it off to Kimmich. Now to Goretzka. Switching it up now.
How many players?
Coutinho, he's on the edge of the box. Now he's in the box.
Hit it.
Just keeps it in play on the left-hand side. Lays it off. I think Alaba's come up a little bit further here now on his usual left-back position you'd expect him to be. It's lovely football. Alaba slips, but Coutinho's in the box here. He's still going. Coutinho, he's lofted it in. It's 6! It's game, set and match because Lewandowski has got the goal he's needed. And that is it. Bayern Munich are going through surely now.
What a goal.
Well, Will's saying it looks offside. It might get checked here to see if he is. And, well, looking at it.
Oh, that's close.
That could be offside.
Oh, that's close.
I mean, it's a lovely cross in there from Coutinho, and it's the most simplest of headers Lewandowski's going to get. And I think this is going to get chalked off here. A couple of people in the chat saying offside. And, well, once again, it could have been 8-2 Bayern.
Look at Setien.
In this game. Oh, God. The VAR is checking this goal. I think this could be a quick decision.
I'm not sure. It could go either way for me, I think.
I think from the angle that they're showing on BT there, it's not directly straight on. So you can't really see whether that foot is actually offside or not. They might have to get their lines out here. I mean, Lewandowski is saying to the referee, well, just give me the goal, to be honest. He's had a fantastic performance tonight, but we'll have to find out what happens.
Why not?
Oh, man. Is he going to chalk off another goal here? Busquets, who's come off just looking a little bit agitated.
I think all the Barca squad are a little bit agitated.
There is going to be change as well, coming on to Liso. I think maybe Goretzka.
Yeah, that was 18.
Might come off. He's indeed.
Oh, no, they changed it. No, someone else is coming on.
Oh, is it?
Davies is coming off, I think.
And Messi, they're showing us pictures right now of Messi. He's got his hands on his knees. He looks absolutely dejected.
They've been destroyed tonight.
And the referee, I think, has given the goal.
He's going to go to the monitor?
I don't know. He's taking his time here if he's going to the monitor. Check over.
No.
I think it's been given.
Is it a goal?
I think the goal has been given. I think he's 6-2. Well, Lewandowski's...
Well, just to confirm the substitutes, Goretzka's off. Goal. It was goal.
Goal. He's 6-2.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, I said it. I don't think he was offside, and clearly he wasn't. And Barcelona now need 4 in 7 minutes plus added time, and I don't think that's going to happen, Josh.
No, I think the dream is over. We're going to have another yellow card here. Kimmich going into the book. Although, let's be real, I don't think any of these Bayern Munich players care right now because they're 6-2 to the good. And Will has put, don't worry, Setien. The comment's gone. He said, don't worry, Setien think M&S are recruiting.
But
Wow.
yeah, I mean, just the confirmation of the substitutes. Davis and Gretzka went off, and Tolisso and Lucas Hernandez came on. So
To say again, if you're down, passing it round here.
every time they've got it at the back, I feel like
It's
they're a little bit...
nerve-wracking, and it's Messi who's been intercepted here, and it's Thiago on the ball, lays it off into Kimmich. Now it's to Coutinho. He's in the box. Surely it's Coutinho. It's brilliant.
Oh my
It's
God.
7 to Bayern Munich. That is outstanding. And the player who is on loan for Barcelona has surely never going to have another game for him again after that.
Look at Suarez. Look at Messi. I cannot believe it. Look at
This has got
Vidal.
to be one of the biggest European nights we've seen in recent history. Quique Setien, pack your bags, get yourself gone, because you're not going to make it into Spain after tonight. 7-2.
Muller, another assist. Lovely by Coutinho. It's phenomenal football again by Bayern Munich, and I can't believe it, Josh. We had it was 4-1 in the first half, wasn't it?
It was
5 goals. It's now 7-2. We've had 4 goals in this half.
Testego doesn't even dive. It's an outstanding goal from Coutinho. This is one of the greatest European nights we've had in recent history in terms of a shock. Bayern 7, Barcelona 2. The last time Bayern Munich scored 7 against Barcelona was that night, 2012-2013, where they beat them 7-0. This has been an incredible performance from them tonight, and there could be more opportunities for goals in this game. I'm trying to steer away from looking at the chat at times, just in case goals are said in the chat. But, well, Coutinho, I don't think he's ever going to play for Barcelona again.
Josh, Chris has said in the chat, Katie, do your oh my God again. I will be doing it again, because this game has been absolutely incredible. I don't want it to end. Why can't Bayern just let Barcelona score 5 goals? I don't want it to end.
7-7.
It's been one of the best games for a neutral I've ever watched.
KL's put, I kind of want Bayern to score again. Only elite teams concede 8. Oh, my Lord. Unbelievable. Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 7. I don't think anyone expected this.
I wonder what the highest scoring knockout game actually is.
Oh, man. I've got no idea. They'd need to score a couple more at least here.
Obviously, it's a bit difficult, because at this stage they're always double leg ties. I mean, even if it was a double leg, and it was 7-2, I think that's
another chance. They're coming forward again, and it's Coman this time. Surely it can't be another goal. Surely not. Coutinho is into the box. Coutinho drives it. It's bobbling. It's going to go out for another corner. And my Lord, Barcelona, they've switched off. They don't care anymore. It could get worse.
I mean, wow. It's fantastic football again. And it's down the left-hand side. And Nelson Semedo, I bet he can't wait for the final whistle, because he needs to go to bed.
Oh, my Lord. This is unbelievable. Corner is going to get taken here. Coutinho's going to take it this time. Taken short to Thiago. Now it's towards, I think it's Kimmich. Back to Coutinho again, who's on the left-hand side. We know what he can do. He's already scored a goal today. Fantastic Bayern Munich side. And if, you're thinking about who's going to win this competition now, surely Bayern Munich have to be the favourites with this stellar performance tonight. 88 minutes on the clock. Barcelona 2, Bayern 7, Thiago. It's a lovely weighted ball. It surely could be 8. It's a good chance for Coutinho. It's 8. Can you believe it? It's 8-2 Bayern Munich. This is demolition derby in Lisbon. This is one of the greatest European nights there's ever been for Bayern Munich. And Quique Setien looks dejected. Unbelievable.
I can't believe it. My head is in my hands. It is 8-2. Oh, my life.
My Lord! Oh my God!
At what point is this literal abuse? Because it...
Can you believe it? You could not write this at the start of the day. None of us would have predicted this. Coutinho's at the double. He's only been on for 5 minutes, for fuck's sake.
It has been... Look at the Barcelona...
Oh my God!
The kick in the bench.
Well, Coutinho, he's not celebrating, but no doubt on the inside he's samba dancing.
I tell you,
he's been samba dancing in these last 5 minutes he's been on.
It's
unbelievable. Honestly, I cannot believe what we're watching. I shouldn't be laughing. If you're a Barcelona fan and you're watching this, we shouldn't be laughing because this is probably the worst Barcelona result in the history of the Champions League we are witnessing here tonight.
How am I seeing potentially one of the best teams in the world in Barcelona being absolutely ragdolled 8-2?
I mean, Will P's put we want 9, and there's still time. I don't know how much additional time is going to be added on in this game. I don't think there'll be much at all.
Probably none, just to save Barcelona's blushes, but
I hope there's 4 or 5 minutes just to take the piss here.
Oh, I cannot believe it's 8-2. It was 4-1 at half time. It's 8-2 in second half, and wow, just wow.
Well, this is unbelievable, and it could get worse because they're coming forward again. Surely not. Surely they can't get 9 in this game. It's Coman on the right-hand side. Oh, my Lord. He's giving the ball away there. Unfortunate for him. But, I mean...
2 minutes of time, Josh, look.
Honestly, if you've not subscribed and you've enjoyed tonight's stream, seriously do. It'd be greatly appreciated. But we have witnessed one of the greatest European nights there's been, surely. This will go down in history as one of the greatest European games.
Yeah, agreed. It's been one of the best matches in the Champions League for some time. Obviously, last year I had phenomenal matches over 2 legs, but this for a one-legged tie, 8-2, 10 goals. Oh, and there's a scrap going on.
Imagine if this was a 2-legged game.
10 goals in one game is incredible. No matter what the game, Vidal's going to get sent off, I reckon.
Well, Vidal, he's not happy right now, and I think he knows he's going to get a yellow card here, which he has indeed, and he's still going. He's going to get sent off, I reckon. Yeah, he's absolutely mouthing off to the ref, and if I was you, I'd just shut your mouth and just get the last 30 seconds done here. The ref's not giving him a second card, which I'm surprised he hasn't there, and 20 seconds left of this game.
Please,
one more.
One more goal. We've been so greedy already. We've had 10 goals, Josh. Get another one.
Well, there will not be a game like this, and the ball goes out of play, and there's 8 seconds left. And, well, I would not be surprised.
Oh, the referee's not playing.
In fact, the referee, he's not even going to play the 2 minutes. He's decided to end it there because Quique Setien, pack your bags. You're going to get sacked, and no doubt tonight we'll see him sacked. You have just witnessed one of the greatest games in Champions League history. Bayern Munich smash 8 goals past Barcelona in a game that nobody expected that many goals. It's left people speechless. It's left Messi right now just speechless. It's left me speechless. This game, wow, unbelievable. And you can see right now Quique Setien I don't think he even shook Bayern Munich's manager's hand there. 2 goals for Coutinho, 2 goals for Muller, goals from Lewandowski, Kimmich, Gnabry and Perisic. And of course, 2 goals for Barcelona. One was an Alaba own goal in the 7th minute. The other was a fantastic Luis Suarez goal. But wow, what a performance. Barcelona are out, and surely Quique Setien will be sacked tonight. Bayern Munich have scored 8. Full-time score. Barcelona 2. Bayern Munich 8.
I don't
what a night.
think a football match has ever left me speechless. But tonight, I have no words. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to finish. Great. And I say that with a GR8. Because I don't know where to start, Josh, honestly.
I mean, this is probably going to be one of these games where we might have to just give a little bit more extra time to talk about all these goals just for a quick moment to kind of squeeze these in and the whole game itself. I mean, it's unbelievable. We've seen games in the past where teams have destroyed others, but tonight this was unbelievable. This Bayern Munich side, who at the beginning of the season did not look like the way that they have tonight, have humiliated Barcelona. Not just humiliated them, this will be their worst result in Champions League history as far as I am aware. And I mean, there's no words. I mean, Andres put it perfectly. Who bet on that score?
I mean, if you've put a bet on 8-2 to Bayern Munich, you are very rich right now. But I think someone put on Twitter tonight. Tiki Taka died.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Kike Setien's job as a manager, probably for any club in the world, has died. I mean, he's gone down the tunnel. As I said, I don't think he shook the manager's hand. Hansi Flick's hand, of course, just walked down, kind of looked very dejected, probably knowing that no doubt A, he's going to hand in his resignation before he gets sacked, or B, he gets sacked. Looking at the stats, 13 attempts on target for Bayern Munich, 26 attempts altogether. And to be honest, we had 2 disallowed goals. It could have been double figures.
Yeah, it could have been double figures for Bayern Munich. I can't actually believe it. Like I said, there's not many times, I don't think there's ever been a time a football match has left me speechless. But if I'm Kike Setien, I don't even go in the dressing room. I just get my stuff and I go, and I'm off. I'm getting a new ID, a new place, and I'm hanging up my boots from football, I think.
Absolutely. I know I wouldn't usually say this, but if any of the boys are watching and they, want to, if they've watched the game and want to pop in and just quickly talk about this game, the links in the Facebook chat, come and join us, because it is one of these games where we've had matches over the last couple of weeks where we've sat there, with this competition, and we've watched some great games, but this is a match that nobody will have expected this scoreline. No Barca fan watching tonight, whether you live in Spain, whether you live in England, will have expected a result of this magnitude.
No, I think I just put the StreamYard link in there for the boys again, if anybody wants to come and have a little chat about this. It's incredible. I think I'd never seen a Barcelona side play that bad. Even the 4-0 against Liverpool last year, not that bad. Not as bad as 8 goals for a team that is not even Red Star Belgrade conceded 8, but it's record breakers Bayern Munich, and got to be favourites for it now. And Man City have got a really, really hard task on their hand if they get past Lyon.
Well, exactly. Just kind of looking at the stats right now, we'll probably have a little bit more time. KL has just joined us right now. To give you context on the situation that we have witnessed tonight, Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 8. One of the most remarkable results in the history of the competition. KL has just joined us now live, because we are probably going to be talking about this game for a little bit longer tonight than usually we would with other matches. And Rowan has joined us as well. KL, I'm going to start with you first. What's your thought on tonight's result?
To be honest, I don't know why I've joined, because I'm literally speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. I've never seen a Barcelona team look so abject, look so lack of ideas. Defensively, a shambles. I've seen better defending watching Sunday League teams, to be honest with you. And I think the worst thing was they never learned. You thought after maybe 5 they'd clue up a little bit, but honestly, I've never seen. And also, I want to give credit to Bayern Munich, who looked absolutely on fire tonight. And Alphonso Davies is different gravy.
Absolutely. I mean, it's an unbelievable game. And Rowan, I've just put it into words. This match.
It's bad. So I was watching rugby. I had the Barca game on my iPad. I had the rugby on the thing. This game had the same amount of points that my Sale game had. Sale scored 10 points. This game had 10 goals in between. Barcelona, I don't know what's the matter with them. For me, Messi genuinely may have had the shittest game of his career. There was just points. He'd lose the ball, and there was nothing, no effort for him to go and try and win it back. It was when there was, it might be 4-1, it was just as the half were ending. And he loses the ball, and all he has to do is probably take 5 more steps and he's won it back. And instead, he just puts his head down and just starts walking. And that just explains Bayern's game.
I want to give you a couple of stats here tonight to just realise the magnitude of what we have just witnessed. This is the first time that Barcelona have conceded 7 goals in a match since 1949. 7-4 loss to Valencia. And another stat for you as well, just to make things even more crazy. This is the first time in Champions League history that a side have scored 8 goals in a knockout match.
I've never seen anything like it. And truly, we've seen some things in football. but the likes of these two who have been at the top of the game for so long, but we said before the game we probably fancied Bayern Munich, to win the tie, but I don't think any of us saw the pure inner destruction of a Barcelona team that has been on top of the game for so long. And I agree with Rowan to the fact that Messi was not there tonight. And we talked about it before you went live, Josh, about how in the interview he said, if we play like this, we'll get battered. There you go.
Absolutely. I mean, as I said, we've got Will joining us as well. Thank you, Will, for joining us. We'll probably be talking about this for a little bit longer tonight, just because of the older goals and that. Will, just put it into words.
Speechless, really. 8-2. I mean, who would have thought at the start of the game that Barca get thumped 8-2 by Bayern? And fair play to Bayern, they absolutely dominated. But Barca just, what a stale team that is now, honestly.
I said before the game, there's not many leaders in that Barca side, and the players that were leaders were absolutely awful tonight. Busquets got took off. Gerard Piqué, distant. He was like a bloody mirror in there. He was nowhere. Could see right through him. Messi, like Rowan said, deject. He didn't have anything on the ball tonight.
It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
I know you didn't look at commentary, but it was a great point I think Steve McManaman made. Coutinho played for Bayern tonight. How the hell is he not in that team? Because he couldn't do much worse than what every single member of that team did. Dembele obviously has his injuries, but he's on the bench and doesn't even come on. I have no idea what's going on at FC Barcelona, but that needs a humongous clear out.
I think we know what Barca fans are like, though. They'll want everybody out now. They'll want everybody out. They want a restart. They want to rejigger the team. I think, like you said, Kieran, that Coutinho can't get in. No disrespect to Ansu Fati, but he is 17 years old.
If I'm Messi, I'm seriously considering doing a Ronaldo and taking my talent somewhere else and trying a different team for a change instead of just sticking with Barca, because it's like they seem to rely on him so much, and when he can't turn up, the team can't get up for any game.
I mean, for everybody still watching along, kind of put your thoughts in the chat. We'll go through them. I think let's just kind of quickly break down this game for you, for those that maybe have just joined and haven't watched tonight's match. It was a very interesting start. The first 10 minutes we had Thomas Muller, who opened the scoring in the 4th minute. It was a fantastic goal. 3 minutes later, David Alaba concedes a really, really poor on goal that flies over Neuer, who did try to make the save, but unfortunately, he just couldn't keep that ball out of the net. Then after that, we had 2 goals in 6 minutes. Ivan Perisic, a lovely goal, which was kind of like, it looked like it was a cross that turned into a shot. Fantastic finish. And then 6 minutes later, Serge Gnabry scored to make it 4-1. That was half time. We come back into the game. I mean, it was a fantastic goal from Luis Suarez to kind of make it 4-2. Bring some belief back to the side. But ultimately, it wasn't going to be enough. Joshua Kimmich made it 5-2 in the 63rd minute. Robert Lewandowski then scored in the 82nd minute to make it 6-2. And then Coutinho, who'd only been on himself for about 5 to 10 minutes, scored 2 goals at the end against his current side. Remember, he's only on loan right now at Bayern Munich against Barcelona, which does beg the question for a start. Why have they even allowed him to play this match? Scores 2 to make it 8-2 at the end.
I think my amazement is, to be honest, I think it proves how bad Barcelona are. As good as Gnabry was, it was even the substitutes that came on. It wasn't Gnabry tearing people apart. They just brought someone else on, and they did the exact same thing to the exact same players every single time. So no matter who came on, they were just going through that defence like it didn't even exist. And honestly, there was no... I mean, it's hard to pick a man of the match because of how many... There could have been 11. And even the subs, so about 15 for Bayern Munich. But, unreal.
It's mental that the start of the game, you think, oh, this will be 10 minutes. You think, oh, it's going to be a taste game. 1-1 already. Then, the 8 goals in that game.
It's just unbelievable, isn't it? The problem is now, of course, we know what's going to happen. Kike Setien will probably be sacked tonight. There was already reports coming out in the last couple of weeks and months that the pressure was on him. In fact, there's already reports going around that decision has already been made not long after the match, and that potentially tonight we will see a statement come out in the next couple of hours, maybe tomorrow morning, that he's gone. Where do Barcelona go next? What do they do after this?
I mean, thankfully for them, they've got no more games left. Now they can properly rebuild through the pre-season, if they have a pre-season. They need to change some stuff. They need to sign some players, I think.
So the thing is, how many hours have you got, Josh, to explain what needs to change at Barcelona at the moment? It's honest to God, it's not just as simple as Kike setting out. Because, I mean, the manager before him, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, no?
Ernesto Valverde.
Valverde, yeah. And then did they have Luis Enrique as well?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. And I've not seen Barcelona look up to that level. We saw the capitulation last year. And they were really rarely tried in the league this year to really challenge Real Madrid. So I think it's more of it's not just one thing that needs to change. I think the manager needs to go. I think some of the experienced players need to go somewhere else. I mean, the way they look tonight, Piqué might as well retire, to be honest, because I've never seen a worse performance from a centre-half in a long time. So I don't know.
It's clear the deadwood.
Absolutely. I'm going to just read a couple of comments out that Alexis put about tonight's game. He says, I think it's almost safe to say Messi might be a problem through no fault of his own. He's so much better and more important in their play than everyone else that the ball goes only to him. Barcelona are cooked for pace, and they show that trying to have your defenders that have no defensive responsibilities will ruin your chances. Finally, pressing and counter-pressing is the best chance creation technique, better than any runs or great passes. Just through winning the ball back, Bayern got 3 goals.
Nelson Semedo had a bloody mare, didn't he? Like, you just watch him on the right hand side. He just, even when it were 5-2, 6-2, he's still pushing up on the right wing. And I mean, you look at the goals in the first half. The first goal comes down that side. The second goal comes down that side. The third goal comes down that side. You'd have thought they'd have learned, like Will said, but they didn't.
You know what gets me is though, like, the pressing was really good from Bayern, but Barca are 5-2 down, and there's still no urgency from that defence. They're still half asleep, getting caught on the ball, and then Bayern to score easy tap-ins. It just doesn't seem like any urgency at all going through the squad, and it must start with the manager, really.
But Bernaldo's asked the question, does Barca have financial problems at the moment with the whole COVID situation?
Well, you look at the players they've signed. They spent how much on Coutinho, loaned him out, spent how much on Dembele, he's on the bench, spent how much on Griezmann on the bench, and it's just, I think they've had not the greatest recruitment. I think they've purely gone off name value. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these players that have been synonymous with Barcelona for so long, they're just out by the end of this whole situation.
I think it's a big eye opener as well for a lot of neutral fans, just how bad the situation is for Barcelona. Of course, they didn't win the league this year. They're not going to win the Champions League because they're knocked out. Didn't you say it was like the first year in 6 years where they're not going to win something?
First season since 2007, 2008, where they've won nothing.
6 in the last 13 years, 14 years.
But this is the strangest thing about this whole situation. Do you know what the thing is? We didn't see this coming, but I think if you watched the game the other night against Napoli, this is not the Barcelona of old. They didn't blow away Napoli, or not in my opinion anyway. So we should have seen that really they didn't really stand a chance. I mean, it was literally the only thing we held hope on was Messi. And that proves to me that Barcelona are a one-man team.
I think... Sorry, Rowan, I've cut you off twice now. Go ahead, man.
I was going to say, if no one watched this game and don't know how Barcelona performed, show them that Joshua Kimmich goal. Davis does incredibly well to get past Semedo, and no one closed him down. He keeps on going, and then no one wants to stick a foot out. Kimmich is practically open, and that just summed it up. They just allowed Bayern to keep on going. Unfortunately, Barca's performance takes away from what Bayern have just done. Because as good as Bayern were, Barca was so bad that I think people will look back and just think how bad Barca was and not how amazing Bayern were.
I think sorry, Josh.
I was all right. I was just going to say, of course, we've now got to give the plaudits to Bayern Munich for a result that there will be some randy fucker out there who will have bet 8-2 and, stuck a tenner on it, maybe £5, and will have won a hefty amount. But just how good is this Bayern Munich side? Because, we looked at the start of the season when we started our podcast out, it was Niko Kovac in charge. They were struggling at the time. I think it was actually just kind of sacked around the time we started our podcast, and Hansi Flick has come in and just done such an incredible job.
They're scary. They're legitimately, genuinely terrifying when they go forward. It is absolutely unbelievable. As we talk, they look a complete turnaround from what they look like. And the worst part is they've not even added Leroy Sané yet. That's the worst part. He's still to come. So I think I think defensively they still weren't great. In the opening seconds of the game, really getting caught in behind. So maybe a bit of work there. But apart from that, absolutely. And Alphonso Davies' setup for Joshua Kimmich, how he's still a teenager and has been putting experienced players, not even anywhere near him. Unbelievable.
I mean, it was that good of a goal. I thought fucking Alphonso Davies had scored it. I was loving it. I mean, the way that they were tonight, the squad harmony, the dynamic. We haven't seen such a decisive Bayern Munich side since Jupp Heynckes days, back in 2012-13, where they were steamrolling sides. And of course, like Hansi Flick has come and he's brought back this belief to the club. We've seen the older players, as we mentioned earlier with me and KD, the likes of Thomas Muller, who's been sensational tonight, won the Man of the Match award, of course, as you'd expect. Jerome Boateng, although he made that mistake, still kind of put a good shift in tonight. We've seen a lot of those players from the yesteryear of Bayern, you could say, who revitalised their form again. While you look at this Barcelona side, some of their players, you could say, from the yesteryear, the likes of Busquets, Piqué and Messi, didn't even show up.
The recruitment from both sides just shows how much Bayern Munich's recruitment and their overall bringing through of the youth has just been better than Bayern Munich, than Barcelona.
Look at Barca have been looking for a replacement for Xavi and Iniesta for years, and he was on the pitch tonight. But the problem he was playing for Bayern Munich. Santiago 7 years ago for what, 20 million? How much they could do with him now?
To be honest, I didn't even think Thiago played that well tonight.
No, he was very quiet.
Most players, wasn't it, really?
There was a lot of players quiet, not for Bayern Munich, but for Barcelona. I mean, we saw Griezmann come on, who didn't do anything in the game at all. The back line, we said it, within the first 15 minutes, Piqué and Longley looked, very, very scared to even pass to each other and get it up top. They kind of refrained from passing at all, and it was just a poor performance. And Alexis just somebody posted Barca's away record on Twitter in knockout rounds. It's appalling. 3-0 to Juventus in 2017, 3-0 to Roma in 2018, 4-0 to Liverpool in 2019, 8-2 to Bayern tonight. Not to mention the 4-0 loss to PSG in 2017, which goes unnoticed because of the comeback in the second leg.
It's been coming. It's been coming. I think Messi has been carrying this team for quite a few years now. And finally, it's kind of it all unravels on one night, really. They've been kind of masking it, as he says, with the comeback against PSG. And even against Napoli, they were poor, but they masked it because they got through. So finally, I think the cracks have capitulated.
I think you look at, just like the tactical decisions, Bayern Munich used all 5 subs. Barcelona made 2 subs. 2. 2.
Who could they bring up?
They could have brought on Rakitic, Dembele, Junior Firpo, Penna, Rick Puig. They had a lot of youngsters on the bench, but you could bring on Rakitic, Dembele, Firpo, Penna, Rick Puig, the other lads.
I've got to admit, how Rakitic wasn't picked over Arturo Vidal, I've got no idea. Because Arturo Vidal, along with many other players tonight, I thought was awful.
He was.
What did Vidal even do apart from just run around for a bit?
I don't feel like he's Kike Setien's favourite player or not, because he loves playing him at striker. But he was absolutely, and I mean that attitude towards the end where he was squaring up to the right, that's unacceptable. I'm done with Arturo Vidal, and I'm done with
small man syndrome.
That might be it.
He looks like a booster, I think, with his hair.
Looks like who?
A rooster.
Oh right, all right.
You lagged out when you said it.
There's a couple of comments coming out now from players. Of course, they're doing the press conferences and that. PK's just come out and being the person who's kind of taken everything on. And he said, nobody's untouchable, last of all me. Flesh blood is needed to change this. We've hit bottom now. We all need to look at ourselves and reflect and see what is the best for Barca, which is the most important at this current stage after such a humiliating loss.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, and you can tell that I don't think any of these players were playing for that manager at all. I don't believe any of them ever believed he was the right guy for the job. Because if PK is coming out now and saying, like, we need some fresh blood, I think he really does mean throughout the whole squad. And he may even be talking about himself, to be honest. Maybe that's opened his eyes tonight.
I mean, there's just loads of stats coming out now. in all of the games, in the 38 games that Bournemouth played in the Premier League. They never faced as many shots as Barcelona did tonight, which is just a stupid stat on paper, but just shows how incredible Barcelona was. Of course, it's very likely Setien will be sacked tonight on the time. That there might be a live stream just kind of things talk. Of course, it's a great time to ask the question now because it's most likely going to happen. But if Setien is sacked tonight, we know the season's done. Dusters, they have a couple of weeks to get the squad back together, do some pre-season training ahead of the Liga's return. Who's next? Who could come in and really revitalise this Barcelona side? Because I think there is one person that there'll be a couple of people will say in a moment's time his name.
Poch.
I would love to see Maurizio Pochettino. I know
he's one of the he's one of the hottest free agents. He's there waiting.
Who else is there?
They were saying on the broadcast that apparently they want Xavi to be the successor eventually, but they don't want to bring him in right now because he knows how difficult that job is. Because this is not going to be a simple one-season rebuild.
Another manager they have touted as well is, of course, bringing back Arsene Wenger to management. He was linked with the job this season.
I love that.
He has actually been asked in the past. And, of course, he's as sad as it is to say, he's one of the names out there. As you guys were saying a moment ago, we've got pretty much Allegri, who's available right now. We've got Sarri. We've got Wenger, who's available. We have Laurent Blanc, who's always kind of been linked with the role in the last couple of years, but he's taken a lot of time out of management. And potentially, if we're looking at managers still at clubs but could leave, there's always the potential chance of Conte leaving Inter Milan in the next couple of weeks, depending on their performances. So I don't know whether people would agree with what everyone said about maybe Poch being the man. I mean, Alexis said, I think only Xavi can come in, which, unlucky for them, he's just signed a new contract at Al Sadd. So whether they put a high compensation fee on Xavi to make sure he doesn't go, I don't know. But another comment, Alexis put, if Barca keep their top office, the same president of football, the same transfer committee, and the same scouting system, they will have a very long and difficult future ahead. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable right now. When Chris has put, Sarri will win a trophy for Barcelona, then get sacked. That's Sarri. As for the other teams, of course, we've still got two teams on this side of the bracket that will probably be watching this game tonight and will have no fingernails left, considering what they've just seen. Is it a walk in the park now for Bayern Munich? Is this the one game that people will look back on as the result? And we've had so many results where they've beaten teams, the 7-2 win against Spurs, the 7 goals they scored against Chelsea over the 2 legs. Is this the game that takes Bayern Munich to victory?
Nah.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Not against the Pep Guardiola team.
I think City and Lyon have a lot more fight than what Barca showed. Regardless of what happens in the next round.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a tough ask for them. I mean, absolutely, as you said, it's important to take into consideration that this Barcelona side really didn't turn up at all in this game. They didn't really show up. A lot of players right from the start looked nervy, looked just not even tired. That's the problem. They didn't look tired at all in this game. They just not even overconfidence, just a lack of belief. And I think it was one of the Kieran's that said that it quite clearly looked like tonight they've not showed up for Quique Setien at all. And I think he'll be gone, it looks like.
I'm very surprised they haven't already been sacked yet.
Well, that was the thing. I mean, you've got to only look a couple of weeks ago before the Champions League came back. There was talks about him maybe getting sacked before the tournament. They've got a couple of weeks in between where they could get somebody to come in and maybe guide this team to a victory, which would have been incredible for this side, considering they lost out on the Copa del Rey. They'd lost out kind of a week before La Liga had ended to Real Madrid, which you've only got to consider the fact they were, 3-4 points ahead of them. It's been a poor choice in manager.
I'd be interested to see what Setien's saying now in the dressing room, what the atmosphere is like in the dressing room now. Are players about shouting at each other? Is it just silent? How do you even come back? How do you mentally come back from this losing 8-2?
I'm not.
With that dressing room, I don't think there's any shouting. I think they're all just sat there doing their own thing, I think that is a team full of players that are individuals. There is no member. That is not a team to me, what I saw tonight. That is 11 players, some of which could not be asked, and some of which just weren't good enough. So I just think they'll all be sat on their own, on their phones, listening to music. And that is a culture that cannot be acceptable after losing 8-2.
I mean, we've seen before. We have seen, previously when they have been beaten. I think it was the Liverpool game where there was a couple of weeks and months afterwards. There was the video that came out when they'd lost 4-0 of the dressing room, and it's as you perfectly said, Kieran. It was quiet. There was no one talking. There was nobody who kind of took a role and stood up and said, "We can bounce back from this." And it's crazy to say, but they have become. And it's sad to say this, they've become the new PSG. In the case of they've had results in yesteryear that have come back. The game against Roma where they lost and were humiliated. You could say they were never expected to lose against them. Of course, the game against Liverpool where, pretty much I don't think any Liverpool fan expected you to win 4-0. There were kind of people talking about a comeback, but not to that extent.
No. But it's like with Barca, as soon as Origi got the first goal, you knew anything possible because all you saw was the Barca players blaming each other. There were no one saying, come on, let's wake up, we need to tighten up. They were always looking at each other saying, well, that was your job or that was your job. And there was just no, like you say, they just weren't working together as a team, like Kieran said, just a bunch of individuals blaming each other.
I think we saw that tonight a little bit with as soon as Ansu Fati came on and Suarez passed it straight out of play, complaining at Ansu Fati because
I saw that. I was thinking, how dare you when your pass has gone out of play because it was awful, and the poor lad's 17, and you can't mother cuddle people, but it's not his fault that you can't place a pass. I did see that, and I thought that's outrageous.
It was even at the end, the whole thing we said, it got to the 90th minute and they showed you on BT Sport when the 8th goal went in, the players kicking the seats and just fuming. And there's just no respect, I think, between the players for each other. It's all about themselves. It's about their careers, not a club. And time again, we talked about the yesteryear of Barca, the Xavis, the Iniestas. That was a team of players that stuck by each other. You'd always see them together. It was a unity. They go out on squad nights together. And it's a team that stuck together. These days, how many times do you see on social media these players bond with each other, go out for club dinners and just do things together? I don't think you see that with this Barcelona side.
I think a lot of also Barca's of the past, we look at teams in trios. You remember MSN? I know Neymar kind of left, and then in the middle it was always Xavi, Iniesta and Busquets. They were the trio in the middle that all worked for each other and worked together. The back two of Puyol and Piqué. But they just don't have that anymore, do they?
Well, Tom just said this in his pre-match press conference, but thanks for the Man of the Match award, but 12 or 15 players deserved it. It's a big statement, but the semi-final starts 0-0, and that is just a complete contrast to Barcelona's squad. You can tell the squad unit is strong there with Bayern.
Absolutely.
Imagine if this game was double-legged.
Yeah, that's the thing we said. 10 goals in the first leg, and technically as well, it would have been Bayern Munich going back to their ground to play it. So it could have been much, much worse. We could have seen, I don't know what, could have gone back and seen a 13, 14, 2 or 3, maybe 4 on aggregate, which would have been one of the most crazy games in history. But I think it's very likely we will see him sacked tonight. As I said, maybe we will see something in the morning. We'll keep you up to date with it in terms of what happens. I can't see them keeping him in the job, and if they did, then it'd be absolutely ridiculous. But Rahul's just joined. He said, can't see Barcelona to become another AC Milan after Leo retirement. Oh, sorry, can see Barcelona, he means. Do you think that could happen? Do you think now we're getting towards a point where Messi is not getting younger, he's getting on with age, and there's always been a reliance on Messi to bring the magic? And we said tonight, and I think a lot of you will agree, that Messi didn't really turn up at all. There was the odd little glimpse you saw of him where maybe he was, going to put a decent cross or have an all right shot, but he wasn't the Messi we usually know and love. Do they need to start building now that attack for the future?
I think I said before the before the game about the levels between Messi and Ronaldo. Ronaldo would not have let his team lose 8-2 tonight, whereas Messi was an absolute shadow in that team, which is why Ronaldo is and always will be better than Messi.
Absolutely. I mean, you watched that Juventus-Lyon game, didn't you, Kieran?
Yeah, and he tried to drag his team through to the next round. That's literally what he did. When no one was performing around him, he dragged his team. I know he couldn't do the full job, and then everyone came out saying, "Oh, look, Juventus have been knocked out by Lyon." Yeah, but that was not down to Ronaldo. That was Ronaldo trying to drag a mediocre team a bit further, whereas this was a so-called big team, and they've been absolutely destroyed. So I agree with KD.
Sorry, go on, comment.
Sorry, I'm just seeing Chris put Puyol made PK look good, in my opinion.
It's probably fair.
What were you going to say beforehand, though, Kieran?
I don't think I've ever seen Lionel Messi actually carry Barcelona through a tie like Ronaldo has against Juventus with Atletico, Real Madrid, Juventus last time. Countless amounts of times where Ronaldo's picked his team up and dragged them over the line. I don't think I've ever seen Messi do that.
No, I think you look at previous games where they've had comebacks. I think, if anything, you actually look at the biggest comeback they had, it was the PSG game, where a lot of that was down to the Neymar pretty much in that match, kind of taking a foothold of the game. And it's unbelievable. I mean, even now, the game's finished about half an hour ago, and it still leaves you speechless. Bernaldo's kind of put it perfectly. Don't think I will forget this game. And I don't think any neutral fan, any Barca fan will forget this game for a long, long time. But it's incredible.
Imagine if there were fans in that ground when it finishes 8-2. There would have been riots on the street afterwards.
Yeah. We've seen it before. I mean, they are not, the fans that will be appreciate an 8-2 loss. And there's a couple more kind of comments coming out tonight. Fabio Capello, who's doing the punditry on Sky Sports Italia, has come out, which he said, I mean, considering he didn't know how to defend with England, he's put Barcelona don't defend. Breda, who was there for a while, tells me they don't know what they're doing at Barcelona. They don't know how to sign players good enough for the club. Is he spot on with that?
You can tell. I think Frenkie de Jong was a great signing. He's walked straight in. But of recent times, he's the only one I can think of. And maybe Clement Longley, but that's, I think, more due to lack of options at that position because Umtiti's injured all the time, got the virus now. So I agree. I think the recruitment has been shoddy at best.
I mean, I think that's probably the next question to go on to. I'll not keep you guys for too much longer, and we'll finish up shortly. But who can this sign next? Where does this club go in terms of transfer prospects and players? Because we're in a time where we've just had COVID, which has, it's cost some clubs big time. I mean, you've got to look at Valencia, who've had big issues, had to sell their players on. So a club like Barca should be much more sustainable money-wise. But what players are out there right now in the current market that would help rebuild this club? Because in my opinion, I don't know if any of you will agree with this, I cannot think of one specific player where I go, he'd fit Barcelona perfectly.
And who'd want to join him at this moment in time? Like, if you're already playing for a big club, say in the Premier League, whatever, who'd want to go? I know it's Barcelona and it's a big club, but if you're looking at them right now and the state that they're in, why do you want to go join them?
Like Will said, you look at how the players reacted to thinking, are you going to want to join a club where Vidal is getting a yellow card at 8-2 down for a meaningless foul? Are you going to want to join a club where their leader is walking to get the ball back? You're not going to want to do that, are you? It's going to be extremely hard for them to get people in, especially a big name.
I mean, Vidal wasn't even the first one. It was Jordi Alba throwing the ball near the referee just because he'd given away a foul. And that's not... Jordi Alba's been in that team for years. That is just... I don't know what was going... very childish and very... And Josh, you ask about who they should sell. I don't know how big the shopping list is because it's got to be huge because there's so much they need that it's really, really difficult. So I can't think of one individual right now because there is so many places they need to improve.
And looking at the comments, Chris has put, you won't forget this game. Barcelona continue out to score 2 and 1 assists against them, which, as I said before, it's crazy to think how they even allowed him to be registered for Champions League games, knowing that a situation like this could actually happen. Rahul has put, we need to focus on our new generation. Hope next season they'll give the younger players a chance in big and important matches. Never mind. Meskate Club, till we die, guys. Love from India. It's a tough result to take, but hopefully they can build back again. But I think that's the perfect way to end it for now after an incredible night. And thank you guys for joining at the end, because as I said, it was one of those games where I don't think you can quite squeeze it into 5 minutes at what we've just witnessed. We've still got more content to come on the channel over the next couple of days. I don't think we're going to get games as quite as good as that, but you never know. Maybe tomorrow's game, Man City Leon, might end 9-3. You never know. That's the game coming up tomorrow, and it's going to be Rowan and Kieran D on that game. You're looking forward to it, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to be as good as tomorrow. I think, today. But yeah.
But yeah, who knows? There could be goals in that. Maybe not as many as what we've seen tonight. So that is tomorrow. You can join the boys from 7:45. Kickoff is at 8 p.m. UK time. And even before the semi-finals on the 18th and 19th of August, we know now Bayern Munich are through. So we'll find out tomorrow night who they face. It's either City or Lyon. Leipzig will be taking on PSG on the 18th of August. We also have the Europa League games coming up to the semi-finals. On the 16th of August, you can join Kira D and Rowan for Sevilla versus Manchester United. And then on the 17th of August, you can join me and KL for Inter Milan, Shakhtar Donetsk. Both games, of course, live from 7:45 UK time. Kick-off for those games at 8 p.m. There's a lot of people in the chat saying thank you for tonight. Alex saying, just want to say fair play for a fantastic broadcast and watch along. And Bernardo's put cheers all. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Thank you very much, lads.
Thank you very much.
So there we go. One of the greatest European nights in history. Beautiful Bayern Munich beat Barcelona 8-2. Thank you very much for joining us, and see you later.